Yes, a very good afternoon. Welcome down to Wonthaggi Rec Reserve this afternoon. Great to have your company. This is Gippsland Live. It's the Power taking on the Lions, and we're in for a cracking game of football. My name's Daryl Cooley. My co-caller this afternoon is Rob Popplestone. Poppy, good afternoon to you. Who wins today?
G'day, Scud. G'day, Gippsland. I think Wonthaggi can. I'm not really impressed with their warm-up, to be honest, but I'm going to stick with Wonthaggi as the home side and a side that's in pretty good form.
All right. And by how much? Have a think about that.
Sorry, 8 points.
All right, we're going to go to our special comments man, or thanks to Metricon Homes this afternoon. Nick Licino is his name. Boxer.
Yeah, good afternoon, Scud and Poppy and Paul and listeners. It's a great afternoon. Actually, the weather's beautiful. There's no wind around. The ground is actually, obviously heavy, and we've spoken that for a bit. For me, I just love the way that Moe's presented already through their warm-up. I know they've got a late out and a big out, but I still think they're going to be good enough to get over the line against Wonthaggi today.
All right, how much?
28 points.
All right, Paul Carter, the number one stats man, thanks to Gippsland MG. How are you?
Good, thank you, Daryl, and listeners. And if you look at the sky, you'd think one thing. You look at the ground, you'll think another. But I think
who wins?
Moe will win the game, and they will win by 33 points.
All right, I'm going to go Wonthaggi by a point. I think it's going to be a great game. James Harms is the laid out for the Power. Of course, Wonthaggi got a couple out as well, Burke and Dawson. We wish all the best to those boys who were involved in a serious car accident during the week. And our thoughts go out to you. Hope for a speedy recovery, and hopefully you're tuning in on Saturday afternoon. This first quarter is underway for Get You Finance Gippsland. The first tap down went Moe's way, but there's a free kick going to Wonthaggi, and that's going to go the way of Bates right in the middle of Wonthaggi. They're kicking towards the city end. A handball off to the running Chug. It was a lightning handball as well, and Chug's delivery to McGuinness just missed him. Out the back there was Makepeace for the Lions. Gathers it. A little quick kick high out towards Dykstra. Bodywork on Chug was okay. Couldn't complete the mark, and now Bates rats him up in a tackle. And Chug will tap it towards the boundary line. They'll slide. Keep it in momentarily. And now the boundary umpire said it's my ball. Throw it in. Key matchups, Nick Licino.
And what we've seen, though, too, now with Harms out, Paholke, our leading goal kicker in the Gippsland League, goes into the midfield to fill that void for the Lions.
So boundary throw in, tapped down by Prowse. Comes out the back there. Sean was trying to get there as well. Now a handball from Bates towards Tiziani, close to the boundary line. Will do it again.
So tell us about Sean. He's obviously got the responsibility of rucking with Burke out of the side.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a lot of him.
Young kid, still under 18 football. And I should say I've been pronouncing it wrong. It's Shown. So let's go with that. It is Shown. I was told it's like phone, but with an S.
Okay, so Shown gets front position, but Prowse just leans over the top. That's Chris type, and the ball eventually finds itself over the boundary line. Wonthaggi kicking to the town end or the right of Radio. Moe obviously to the left of Radio. It's in front of the scoreboard, outer side of the ground.
He's a nice player, Shane, as well, too. We've seen he's very athletic, so he gets a good jump. Big responsibility this afternoon.
All right, he gets beaten on that occasion. It's competitive, though, ground level. There's going to be a lot of this sort of contested work at ground level today. It's choppy conditions. Parts of the ground here are very, very heavy, especially in front of our commentary position. On the outer side of the ground doesn't look too bad. Quick kick from a standing start came from Bates. Left half forward flank over the top. They might find a winner. They don't. An attempt to punch out of the air by our man Jared Blair was unsuccessful. Gatpan got a quick handball away, and Belfer finds himself on the edge, dances around, releases a handball to Makepeace. He settles his left leg, finds a teammate. That teammate being a Scagliarini.
Handballs over the top to the big ruckman, Prowse. The sun got in his eyes. Got a handball across to Maslin. He tried to find Mullane just over the top of his head. Pepper will come out outside 50. Gives a handball to Mullane, and Mullane's chip kicks nice and neat, but Lindsay for the Power goes back and takes the intercept mark. No score. We've travelled 2.5 minutes in the first quarter. Quickly play on. Bates has had plenty of it early. His kick towards the boundary line won't stay in the field of play. And we'll have a free kick.
There's a bit of a switch there for Moe as well. Paholke will start in the middle, then he pushes forward as well. So they're still trying to get his firepower forward.
Maslin to Pepper, couldn't complete the mark. Now they're in a little bit of pressure. Dickinson was there, a little quick kick, this time by Darcy. Just couldn't quite screw it back enough. It's a minor score on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard.
And that one behind has come at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter.
I think the conditions aren't that bad either in regards to the heaviness of the ground. They're still able to control the ball and use the ball well. It's just keeping it out of those really bad patches.
All right, so Wonthaggi bring the ball back into play. They find Lindsay just short of right half back. Oh, geez, he comes awfully close to the boundary. In fact, lands on the wrong side of the boundary line. Out of player on the full.
Bad play there.
Kick.
That's a bad play.
Go the way of Jacob Belfer.
That's bad play. you just can't do that.
Oh, boxes trivia. Now you're promoting boxes.
You're
promoting a private business on radio.
Yeah, we'll be charging you for that during the week.
Exactly right. Moe Gippsland, key possession. Brock Smith goes towards the back pocket, really right back pocket. And Moe will work their way out eventually through Tom Long, who chanced his arm, and the kick wasn't on target either, but it fell fortuitously close to the boundary line, but for his sake on the right side. So out of play, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. Around about left half forward flank, Wonthaggi into attack.
It's a really important player for Wonthaggi in these conditions here is Isaac Chugg. We've already seen him play a really important role early in the game. He's got a lesser role against a player that we wouldn't have thought he would have been manned up against, but at the same time, he's just got to take advantage of that too. So interesting to see what he does through the afternoon.
You haven't missed anything. We've got a stoppage again. Lindsay works hard, gives a handball back to Bates. Straight up and down it goes, but top of the 50, Brock Smith, who's coming off a fantastic game last week, just dropped that mark. It went high. I don't know if it even travelled the required distance. The umpire will say, my ball. Don't forget, Nick Lucchino's here this afternoon, all thanks to Metricon Homes, giving you $60,000 to upgrade your new designer home. Tap down there by Prowse again. Maslin got ball to boot, got it to half back, although coming the other direction, other power. Bates has had a busy first quarter, and he finds McGuinness. No, he doesn't. Couldn't complete the mark. Tried to sock it off the ground. That's in danger, and the free kick's going Moe's way to Max Woodall.
I didn't see any hands.
Yeah, there's no hands down at all, was there?
And on a day like today, you'd think that kicking it off the ground is not a bad sort of ploy in a couple of places. Woodall went short to Smith.
So Smith, defensive 50, looks up the ground, 50-metre kick. So gets out of the danger zone, but can he find a winner? He can't. The wall, of which Chugg is a major player, defends quite nicely. Coming through is Cheffers. That's Luke. Handballs off, and they do it nicely through Maslin Benny towards the half-forward flank. Now they're starting to move the ball beautifully. Liam Masters inside forward 50.
Oh, well done.
Cut off, but eventually it wasn't marked, and now Wonthaggi just settle. Find themselves in a bit of trouble, but got themselves out through Sean. Left half-back flank takes the mark. Wants to give off, desperately wants to give off, but he's been called to play on now. Goes along the line. He's got a bit of room to move, but can't find the target. The target being Burns. He laid the tackle. A turnover is imminent, you'd think. But Moe, you respond nicely. Chugg again. Geez, does the pirouette, the full 360, and disposed of the ball.
Ended up being McGinn's there, Poppy, too. So he was playing himself high up in the ground at the minute because both sides, I don't think, have adapted to conditions at all at the minute.
So Baldy goes short, and then it went to Van Dyke, who got it back to Baldy. On the wing, they go. He goes to the outer side. Target was Declan Kelty, who's gone forward. Kyle Reid is his opponent. Gets over the top of those heads. We've got a boundary throw in. And on the outer side, 10 metres out, just might have a look at our Wonthaggi supporters just to the right to let us know who number 65 is out there. And it's Jaden Burns, who's wearing the 65. I had him down as 44, and I think there is also a 44 out who I'm not sure who that is as well. So on the outer side...
Just keep asking.
Yeah, we'll get to the question. We've got some very good support up here on the deck here at Wonthaggi. A chain of handballs. Baldy's been wrapped up as well, and we'll have a ball up.
Send him down for a hot dog. And
yeah, I'll look after him. Don't worry about that.
Not for us.
Oh, well, helping us out.
Here he comes.
I will tell you that the crowd is somewhat disappointing for a game between two of the top sides in the competition. And Moe obviously haven't made the trek to Wonthaggi today.
Yeah, Williams with a quick kick. And on the outer side, round 13, we're getting close to finals. Is it one you sort of say, well, I mean, it's a lovely day for a drive. You come down here.
Yeah, the Canberra normally is quite full of Moe supporters at the moment, but today, not so much. And it is quite nippy up here on the balcony, especially. We're in the shade. But what a great contest we've got so far. Kyle Reid and Declan Kelty. What a matchup that's going to be this afternoon, team. And I'm looking forward to calling that and hearing you guys call that as the day goes on.
So Schoen tapped it down. Handball from Lindsay. He's getting young with age. Cheffers with a one-hand. Beautiful scoop and pick up. Gives it across now to Woodall. High kick it goes. Half forward. Scagliorini leads the charge. Chugg is there. Gathers it nicely, does Chugg. Gives a quick handball across now to Lindsay. He's kicked down the line. Picked off, no. And the play on they called. Miles Baholke going back with the flight there. Umpire said didn't have enough of it. We've got another boundary thrown on the outer side. We're travelling now 8 minutes in this first quarter for Get You Finance Gippsland. No score. 1 point. Scoreboard hasn't quite updated. We've had 1 point kicked, and that went to Moe. So they lead it by a point.
All right, ball left half forward flank. Wonthaggi wanting to get into the danger zone and just outside of it at the moment. Gathers 10, 15 metres. Chug at the bottom of it. Plenty of action for Chug at the opening 10 minutes of this first quarter. At Wonthaggi, hosting the top of the table Moe and premiership favourites in season 2026. Ball thrown up again, now inside forward 50, just thumped forward more in hope than with any method. Hoping to get on the end of it was McGuinness. Awfully close. Can he keep the ball in play? He can. Can he find a teammate? He does, but that teammate can't find any room to move, and now Moe effectively will clear the area. Van Dyke gets his second kick in a couple of minutes, and now Kelty a handball over the top, found an opposition player, and now going forward is going to be Reid inside forward 50. Can he find his teammate in Pugh? He cannot at this stage. Good work, quick kick around the body. Well done by Blair. Has he found a teammate? He has not. But the ball will be eventually taken by the field umpire. 30 metres out from Wonthaggi's goals, kicking to the right of radio. There'll be a ball up on a 45-degree angle.
I think Lockie Ferguson, an important player for him in that forward half now for Wonthaggi as well. He helps out Jared Blair, who's been in pretty good form this year, and having Jack back there as well. So they start to look a little bit dangerous in the forward 50. Quick kick from Miles Baholke from that clearance. Good body work from Maslin. Couldn't complete the mark. Jack Blair got low and then got tackled. And then Woodall said, I'll just steal the footy and run away from half-back. 1-on-1. Darcy out there with Dickinson. One hand up goes Darcy. He's got 3 to beat now. And Wonthaggi have got all the numbers back there. Well worked out from the defence. It's Reid who will gather it, chip it over the top. Shone couldn't quite complete it. He's going to run and get caught. No, he doesn't, get a handball away. And Leroy off the bench comes a good tackle from Prowse, although they get the footy away. Nicely done by Jackson Glenn. It's a beautiful kick to find Ferguson. Open forward line at the moment for the Power. They trail by a point, goes to the pocket. Blair's out the back and can take the grab. Well read.
Wow, geez, beautiful.
Just a great setup there by Wonthaggi. Just, I think being strong over the ball today in these conditions is really important. And keep your feet, making sure that you actually win the ball. When you win it, you make sure you use it well. And they did that very, very, very well, the Power side, especially along this wing, where it's actually the worst part of the ground. So to find Blair the way he did, it was just precision football there by the Power.
Got some good footing underneath him in this forward 50, and it's very important to have a shot from goal. Tight angle, 30 metres out.
Oh, nice.
The experienced campaigner knows how to kick a goal on his home deck. It's the first one of the afternoon, and it's taken 11 minutes.
And it just shows how we know, and we've always spoken about how good Wonthaggi have been this year so far defensively. They're probably one of the best defensive sides in the comp, and they just showed why they are, because they got numbers back, and they really hunted in numbers, and they were able to work back. So now Moe have just got to work out when the ball comes forward, they've got to get numbers back. So they've got to work both ways of the ground. But the Power did it very well this time of the game, so well done to them.
Get Your Finance Gippsland scoreboard has a goal to Wonthaggi. They lead by 5 points over Moe, who are behind 1 point. You think this sort of defensive game favours Wonthaggi at this stage?
Well, yeah, at this stage looks okay for them. Foon contesting the ruck for Wonthaggi, beaten comfortably. Quick kick clearing from Cheffers inside forward 50. But again, Wonthaggi have done quite nicely. Mira Torre, is it? Who clears the area. Belfer, handball's more in hope. Can he find a teammate? He can. A quick handball. Finds Cheffers again inside forward 50. Chug, he's been busy. Runs 15, considers his options, goes to a one-on-one, hoping that his teammate in Glenn can win the ball. He can't, falls out the back. Moe are wondering where the free kick went. Well, I tell you where the ball is. It's inside forward 50, and they've got all the time in the world to take the easiest mark. And it's going to be Jackson Glenn that finds Jai Williams. Wow, Power, good work.
Yeah, this is the problem now when clubs and players start to remonstrate with umpires and ask where the free kicks are, because they stand flat-footed and they're out of the contest.
Was there a free kick boxer? They were both wrestling?
They were both doing it. So it's a 50-50 call, and I think it was a good call by the umpire. But don't get caught flat-footed and try and commentate the game.
And what happened is that Brock Smith argued Jackson Glenn was the one in the wrestle. He was the one that kicked him inside forward 50.
He keeps going.
Jai Williams now from 45 on a 45. It looks okay off the boot. Did it make the distance? It did in accuracy. Well, only just.
Wonthaggi 1-1-7, leading Moe 1 behind 1 point, 13-minute mark first quarter.
So Van Dyke has the kicking duties for the Lions. Going to get called to play on. He's not too sure where to go. The Power press high. He kicks it to the outer side. Kelty will be the target. He flew over the back of Chug. Couldn't complete the mark. Nice handball there from Dykstra. Found Belfer. Forward handball, though, is going to be picked off. It's going to come back the other way. Jackson Foon then got in a little bit of trouble. A slick handball. Finds Baldy it was, and now they cough the footy up. The Power all full of running. A forward handball needs to work here for Chug. He can't quite get on the end of it. Now he's got to fight for it and give away a free kick.
No, he got the free kick himself. So
he gets the free kick. Brock Smith again puts his hands up and says, I'm not sure these umpires are looking after me this afternoon. A couple of 50-50 ones not going their way. So Chug goes in the direction of McGuinness. He's going to have to be five deep. And he just put his hand on a defender and rolled over the top, had no idea where the footy was, and gave away the free kick to
is that called a Hail Mary in all
just
teams,
about.
I think?
God, he came down almost. He did a Fosbury flop on the way down. Kelty gets the mark, but he infringed on his opposition player, that player being Cole Reid. So he'll get the free kick on the outer side of the ground. Free kicks going the way of Wonthaggi in the early part of this first quarter, Paul Carter.
3-2, but Moe got 2 out in the full, so they're 4-3.
Okay, they go forward. McGuinness, well, he was second man up. Could have been paid to the man in front, but anyway, as you pointed out a moment ago, things just not falling the way of the visitors at the moment.
I like the way the umpires are handling it. It's very good, isn't it?
Yep.
Inside forward 50, Wonthaggi still into attack. McGuinness went up early again, but the umpire says, listen, come on, cut it out. Play on's the call. Prowse, is it, that got himself in and out of trouble, but only momentarily because Blair, in fact, Cornelius goes inside to within 20 metres. And good work from Tom Long over the top, finds the boundary just 15 metres from Wonthaggi's goal.
I'll tell you what, Wonthaggi set up really well behind the ball too, so they don't allow the ball to come out of their forward 50. They've got numbers really well behind. Their half back line is paramount at the moment. They're allowing those balls to come inside forward 50 quickly as well.
Power lead by 6. It's in their forward line. McGuinness grabs it out of the ruck and quickly gets tackled. That's on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard. Marco Tripodi, providing finance that drives you forward. Need to consolidate debt, lower repayments and fund new equipment. Go and see Get You Finance Gippsland. Front spot, McGuinness again taps it down. A quick kick, that time from Woodall. Williams grabs it, puts it on the left boot, goes high, doesn't stay in the field of play. We out of bounds on the full, and Tommy Long will have it for the Lions. Do you look for the switch?
Yeah, we have to now. When you're just trying to break the game up a little bit for Moe, but they've covered him really well. It's so defensively, they're so good in Wonthaggi.
I wonder whether or not they're avoiding the switch because of the mud that sits in front of our commentary position.
When you groaned, Poppy, I knew exactly what you meant, and you're spot on. You don't want to come to this side, so that's exactly right. Kelty had it on the outer side with a nice, strong mark. He kicks down the wing. Well rove, beautifully done. Eden gave it off the running Paholke on 50. Gives a forward handball to Mullane. Mullane will dribble it along the ground and get it working from right to left. It's a Zambrero classic. Goal of the day here at the Wonthaggi Rec Reserve, and Blake Mullane, if you don't mind, dribble through the middle.
Yeah, it was a great setup there by the Lions. A great setup. Like, Mullane's really just his level head to do what he did, to put that ball down on the ground, because he had the open 50 as well. He could have gone any other way, but to attack on that far side where the ground's a lot better. Geez, what a great effort there by the Lions, and great transition footy.
Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard. The scores are level, locked at 1-1, 7 points apiece, 16-minute mark of the first quarter.
Bit of a risky play too by Mullane, given that the ground is a bit sticky, to drag that ball along the ground.
Yeah.
But anyway, he chose to. It worked out nicely as the big fella for Moe. Nick Prowse took the ball out of the centre. Couldn't get a clear possession away, and now it's turned over, but for how long? Kick off the ground around about the half-forward flank for Moe. Nicely done. Cheffers, 1, 2, 3. Can he keep it in? He can. For how long? He does. No, the umpire says. Geez, he was right on the spot too. The young boundary umpire made a courageous decision. Well done.
I think the Moe players are trying to confuse you guys as well, because we've got Trent Baldy, Harry Sim and Eden all got bald heads.
Yeah, they have.
Eden's not playing.
No, that's
there you go. It was Harry Sim.
Yeah, I called Eden, and you're right, it's Harry Sim.
It was Harry Sim. They got that handball off before as well. So,
and if Prowse wasn't 6'5", he'd be in that category as well.
He'd be straight there too.
So behind play, just keep an eye on Trent Baldy. He's done a couple of little rib punches to his opponent.
Quite ironic when you're Trent Baldy and you've gone bald.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know, just an old joke.
It is. It wasn't great, but it was.
It's okay. It was there.
Ball inside forward 50. Geez, I thought taken out of the ruck work, but playing was the call on this occasion. Some good hard work from both sides. We're still sort of 45-degree angle, 45 metres out, Moe into attack. Scores locked away at 1-1 apiece. And we've played, 18 and a half minutes of this first quarter. Free kick.
Yep, whistle goes. It's going to go against Baldy.
Yeah,
there's
a bit going on. I have, there's a bit going on behind the scenes, so the umpire's alert to it now.
So the free kick goes to Patterson in his defensive 50. They scores are locked up at the moment, 1-1-7 apiece. That kick, though, Paholke comes in, attacks the footy hard. Shone grabbed him as well, lost the footy, and well done by both players.
Absolutely. Shone just actually showed a little bit then too. He stood his ground. Paholke actually had a lot of momentum too, so it could have got away from him.
So ball up, out the back. Tiziani had a fresh air. He goes again. Nicely done. Handball backwards to Lindsay, who gets wrapped up by Baldy. Play on to the umpire. Dykstra with a nice handle to Mullane. A torpedo to the pocket, and Pep was in the front spot and had the easiest of marks. Dropped it. Paholke from the boundary, left foot kick. At the back was Darcy. Good front spot there, and nicely done was from the defender in Maresco. And gets his troops to help him out. We've got a boundary throw in.
I've got a question though, Scud, too, and you just need to answer this as quickly as you can.
Go.
When they ball up, why do they ball up so much in a hurry that ball goes forward 5 metres? Does that make sense?
I can't answer that one for you. That's an umpire question.
But it does it happen? It does happen, doesn't it?
Well,
so they get a lot of advantage.
You just said it does, so I'll believe you.
And Poppy saw it too. So I'm feeling like don't have to rush the game that much where you give too much advantage or disadvantage to our ruckman.
I think on that occasion, because I did notice that, Boxer, he was throwing towards the two ruckmen contesting it. The ruckmen were out of the play, really.
Yeah,
right. But, look, that was just my observation as they clear the ball now to the home side, but only momentarily. Nice take there by Tommy Long. Plays on that right leg, kicks to the dangerous corridor and found a teammate, that teammate being Dykstra. So Dykstra was in the right position, and the right position was the dangerous position for Wonthaggi, directly in front of goals. But 45 metres out, he'll kick from just inside 50. It'll take a bit. Doesn't look totally secure underfoot, but the leg is not bad off the boot. He's connected pretty well, and he has. Nice leg. It wasn't the greatest kicks off the boot, to my eye, but it did what it needed to do, and that's find the big sticks.
And I just felt that the players at the goal line were a little bit flat-footed. They didn't realise what was going to happen either, because I think it's a bit of a nightmare for any coach to think that you've got your tallers back and they don't do enough to stop the goal going through. And then when it does go through, when they could have stopped it, it is so frustrating. But anyway, none in the end, it was a great kick there by Dykstra and a great goal there for Moe. And
Moe take the lead at the 21-minute mark of the first quarter on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard. The Lions 2-1-13, leading Wonthaggi 1-1-7.
So back to the middle. Prowse goes back in there. Shone. It'll be interesting to see who the backup ruckman for both sides are. Nicely tapped down by Shone to Lindsay. He somehow shuffled it to Tiziani. Back to Lindsay. They work it out. And it was Joyce who got a forward handball. They're moving backwards now. Tiziani was there. The left foot to Lindsay is nice. They've only got it to half forward. Now Lindsay goes direct inside forward 50. Blair and Gatpin in a one-on-one. The experience of Blair brings it to ground with a strong tackle. Not rewarded. Play on to the umpire. Long gave it to Smith. And Smith kicked. Confined Van Dyke. He's going to bring it inboard on the 45 to Dykstra. He's got runners. Ignored the first one. Plays on now. Centre half back. He's got one on the near side. Look out for the bog in front of the grandstand. As Maslin is going to go short. Chisel it and Darcy. Dropped the chest mark. McGuinness shuffled it too. And a free kick will be paid to Josh Bates. Didn't have the footy.
He did get stuck in that bog. That's for sure.
Yeah, so Bates now from the centre of this home ground, kicks inside forward 50, free kick will go against Wonthaggi.
Finally, Smith has got one, Poppy.
Yeah. And the thing about that, though, too, and he'd be happy about that, but Jack Blair playing forward, is that a little bit of a, they need a small bite forward, but they've got Jared there as well. We've seen Jack being so good off half back, so we'll just see how that pans out for the afternoon.
Yeah, I like the two small forwards, though, especially with their experience and in these conditions. Ball at the moment, though, with Tiziani. Comes in board. Yeah, nice leg, too. Kyle Reid, left half-back flank. 2-1 is Moe. Wonthaggi 1-1.
We think it's easier to kick goals at the Inverloch end of the ground.
You would think.
23 minutes gone, first quarter.
Good grab.
And you pick the player up from there with those binoculars
Van
there,
Dyke,
Scott.
Certainly is, Scotty Van Dyke.
Thank you. Kelty, too much room for him. Needs to have someone right on his hammer. Kelty from 85 kicks to within 20. Darcy, or in fact, I reckon it's not Darcy, it's Paholke, who takes the most beautiful mark. He used his body brilliantly. Just gave him enough room to pull that ball in.
I just love what he does. He called it back because he wanted the ball in his advantage as well.
Yeah.
But I just like how Moe, they start in middle, get him dangerous, then he'll float forward. I think he's sponging there a little bit with Sheppers. So they're coming in and outside that forward line. So it really is interrupting or disrupting the Wonthaggi backline at the moment.
So Miles Paholke leads the leading goal kickers by 8. This is his first opportunity of the afternoon, and he makes the most of it. Grabs his first and increases his lead at the top of the leading goal kickers board. More importantly, though, increases the lead for his side in the game against Wonthaggi.
Yeah, they've really started well, and that showed from their pre-warm-up as well. We saw how they did. Well, I actually saw how they warmed up. They were very top of the ground and looking very sharp. But I like the way they've been coached at the moment, the way they're rotating players through the middle and through their forward line. They're just disrupting that Wonthaggi setup because they've been so good defensively. We're just going to see how Wonthaggi respond to this.
Moe takes a 12-point lead at the 24-minute mark of the first quarter. Get your Finance Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 3-1, leading Wonthaggi 1-1.
Shane got up early, tapped it down, but well read. This time it was from Scagliarini. Kicks to open space. Kelty got low and shuffled a quick hammer to Wood, and Wood's delivery to Darcy was excellent. But well done to the big man, 6'4", down at his toes, Declan Kelty, in one motion, boxer.
He just did so well. And we know what he's like. And it was just like he met it at full pace. Like, it wasn't something that you can actually, it's how good you are with the ball and how well you read the ball. Kelty was so good at that. And just to have the nous to get those hands up, keep the momentum going. Darcy read the lead so well.
So hard up on the boundary line. He'll have to kick it all of 50 metres. Right where the 50 meets the boundary is Riley Darcy. He's looking for his first of the afternoon. The margin currently at 12. Kick on its way. He doesn't like it off the boot. In fact, it's missed everything. The margin stays at 12. Kept it to the near side, the skinny side. He didn't like it.
That's no good, that one.
Straight away. I don't know why you've got your own head on a stick.
Because that's no good.
Boxer's trivia looks like Nicky Nee with no hair.
But if it's good, it's good.
That's not good either. I don't know what you're doing, Nick Lacino. But anyway, back to the footy. Miratore kicks it to the outer side. Nice early leap and a grab. Can't quite pick that player up on the outer side. It might be Foon. He kicks a nice little kick towards the wing area. And reading that better on that occasion was Makepeace. Takes a grab, the Lions build again. Makepeace drives it to the top of the 50. No one's there. And Joyce will take the mark. And quickly play on, come to the near side.
Yeah, Kami will kick towards the slot where Blair is 2-on-1. Jeezy lead, Gatpan to the ball beautifully, but his experience meant that he put himself in the right position. Now he kicks to the advantage of his teammate, and that teammate,
well done,
has done extraordinarily well, hasn't he, to get himself in and out of trouble, and that is Jaden Burns, who is wearing the 65 Guernsey. Blair has followed up, got another kick, went inboard to Pugh. He contested well, couldn't take the ball at the moment. Wow, gee, that was a kick for panic. Went straight to the boundary line. And a boundary throw-in.
Well,
Bloody hell, umpire, what are you watching,
it's not
mate?
in the league.
Woo. I know we haven't got the lasso, but for that one...
it's the
Wahoo! The lasso.
I thought it was Wahoo.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God. Truly. Woohoo! Ball gets thrown in, shown front position. Taps it down to teammate Bates. Top of the square. They need a winner right here, right now. And can they find one? It sort of bounces around a group of players at the moment in pretty sloppy conditions, but Moe will find a way out of the danger zone through long. Goes towards Baldy, and now Baldy gets to space, and here we go. The race is on, and that's Liam Masters, who goes searching for it, but can't find a teammate. I thought a free kick will go Wonthaggi's way.
Good pick up, Reid.
Playing was a call, but Reid picked it up beautifully, as you heard Scud describe. And now towards the outer side boundary. Will it find itself over the boundary line? No, free kick. Field umpire says dropping the ball, and Wonthaggi on the outer side of the ground, centre wing, will play on quickly. No, the umpire says behind the mark.
Come on.
So we've travelled 28 minutes. Williams has the free kick for holding the footy on the far side.
Over officiating. Come on, let's go.
Williams drives it to the top of the 50. Out the back will be Foon. Front spot is Van Dyke, who gets a fist up and puts it over the boundary line. And right in front of the new facility over there for the netballers. It's absolutely beautiful. I went over there to drop off our Gippsland Live Player of the Day award and had a look at the facilities. They are fantastic, a great addition down here in South Gippsland.
Scott, I'm going to quickly go around the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland. In the AFL, it is Port Adelaide, 8-6-54. They lead the Dockers 7-6-48.
All right, Mullane left it behind. Trying to work hard at ground level there on that occasion was Patterson. And again, another strong tackle, holding the footy. The free kick's down to Bates. Bates has had some sort of first quarter for Gippsland MG. Paul Carter.
9 disposals now.
That's 10. Inside forward 50 and working to the front spot there was Smith. Siren goes. Blair tried to work hard. It's been a good, entertaining first quarter. The Lions hold sway though. It is Moe travelling down to South Gippsland, leading at quarter time. 3-1-19, leading the Power 1-1-7. That first quarter is all thanks to Get You Finance Gippsland, Marco Tripodi and the team. It is quarter time, and this is Gippsland Live. On TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley, we do it for Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local Irrigear member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League, visit Electel after the final sign.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
Yes, welcome back. It is quarter time, and it is the Lions leading at 3-1-19 by 12 points over Wonthaggi. 1-1-7. Jared Blair's got the goal for the Power, while it's Blake Mullane, who, as you just heard in the highlights package there, that dribbling goal is a Zambrero goal. Of the day contender so far, Alex Dykstra and Miles Paholke adding their 3 goals there for the Lions. Here's Paul Carter. Thanks to Gippsland MG, the MG U9 dual cab ute is engineered for work, weekend adventures and everything in between. It's available now at Gippsland MG. Here's Paul Carter.
Fairly even on the stats. Wonthaggi leading the inside 50s 15-12. The clearance is 10-9. Moe have the centre clearances 3-2. 7 free kicks apiece. 20 marks to Moe, 12 to Wonthaggi. Chris Prowse is leading the ruck duels with 14 hit-outs. Nick Prowse came in for 1 up against Jasper Schoen with 5. Of the Wonthaggi players we're following, Josh Bates, great first quarter, 10 disposals, including 4 clearances and 4 inside 50s. Well assisted by Aidan Lindsay with 9 disposals, and Kyle Reid and Isaac Chug both with 6 apiece. For Moe, of the ones we're following, it's 5 disposals to Trent Baldy, Scott Van Dyke and Alex Dykstra, and 4 to Nathan Scagliarini.
All right, thank you very much, Paul Carter. We have sent Nick Lucchino down to ground level to work out both these huddles. Hopefully he can get back okay. It's all thanks to Metricon Homes. For Metricon is giving you the $60,000 upgrade to your new designer series home with some of Australia's leading home brands. T's and C's do apply. Rob Popplestone, what do you think of the first quarters? The breeze just starts to pick up and nice and fresh, isn't
It's
it?
very fresh, I've got to say. And Nick Lucchino, yes, he did want to go out to the huddle. That's what he told us he was going to do. But I can see him lined up at the canteen as we speak, so that's interesting. Hey, look, I didn't mind that first quarter of footy. I thought Wonthaggi actually with a better side for the early part of that first quarter. And I reckon time spent in forward half would probably favour Wonthaggi, to be honest.
Yep.
But Moe have made the most of the opportunities, and when they've got a bit of clear air, they've moved the ball pretty well, and I think that's because Wonthaggi are pushing so far up the ground. If Moe can get over the top of that sort of defensive line, they've got a bit of room to wiggle, and they've used that ball and that room beautifully. So, look, it's a game of 2 different styles at the minute, and both of them you can mount a case for. I don't think Wonthaggi will change too much. Even though they're trailing by two goals, I feel as though they're very, very much in it, scoreboard aside.
So how can they stop that the free flow or the easy goals? Because, as you said, they've had majority of the play. How do they stop those moments?
I'm not sure that you can. You're just going to you're backing your systems in at the moment. Although the scoreboard doesn't say it's winning, I think they're backing themselves in that it will eventually win for them.
And we do know that they are a good finishing team, aren't they, after half-time? So this will be a big quarter, the second quarter, thanks, of course, to the Moe Racing Club. No one wins it. A little shuffle out there was beautifully done. And again, they go inside forward 50 through Bates. Coming out was Tommy Long. Gav grabbed the footy, handball to no one in particular. Cheffers was there, but got wrapped up by Bates. And now they just get a little bit willing. The umpire will ball it up, half-forward flank for the Power. Nick Lucchino's back.
Yeah, it was good. I had a chance to go to the Moe huddle as well. And look, Lee Paholke was very, very animated about his midfield and making sure the midfield got on top. He felt that they could have won a lot more of the ball inside there in their area, and he really put the acid back on the midfield and then the forward entries as well. So it was just the way they were bringing the ball inside 50 for their forwards as well that he was very animated about.
Well, Bates has continued on that form, gives it to Joyce, goes into the pocket. There's a contest. Long put one hand up. McGuinness was there, got tackled by Long with the arm pinned. That could be holding the footy. Well, I was going to go 50-50 sling or holding the ball. And it was a good tackle in the end, the umpire thought. Tom Long wins it. So Tommy Long, defensive back pocket for the Lions.
Long brings it, grandstand side, clears the area. Kelty the target, Kelty front position. Kelty can't take the ball. Geez, he was hassled. He was
manhandled.
I tell you what, there was probably 3 or 4 criminal charges in that quest for the ball, but the umpire thought play on was the right call. Left half forward flank. Shown over the top, got fingertip to it, not a clear possession or a clear tap. Balfour stole it, fed it, and Murray go forward, looking for Pepper, who got rid of his man. The ball didn't quite make it to him. His second effort was great. His kick forward was brilliant. Darcy sits, waits, handballs to a man on the goal line, not knowing that a defender was sitting in his back pocket, and it spilt through the ball.
Boxer, what do you think? He didn't read the footy off the boot?
He didn't read it. I don't think he actually didn't even know what was happening off the boot there either. So, He got the EBGBs for a little bit. You just got to be level-headed in those sort of circumstances.
Moe 3-2-20 leading Wonthaggi 1-1-7.
Muratore drives it down out the back. Well, Woodall claimed the mark and then wasn't paid, so he had to swing around to the left. Lindsay does well. 1-2 bites. Nicely done by Baldy. Scagliarini goes back inside forward 50. This time, Paholke works a little bit of movement from his opponent, kicks around his body. Darcy can't get the footing he's after. Runs through Reed, and now he goes again, does Darcy. And Reed comes back with over the shoulder.
He's going to say,
and Darcy goes at Reed, and there's a 50-metre penalty against Riley Darcy.
This is the thing, though, like, they're both beasts at it, and he's just giving him the old handshake. Thank you very much for being an MMC fighter the way you are, or I am too.
I would pay to see that.
Absolutely. I was just going to get there, but I just couldn't get there because it was so exciting to see.
All right, ball moves quickly. Well done, nicely done. Bryce Joyce will go inside 450. He's got a player, and that player's Lindsay, who marks comfortably. He moves the ball quickly. The lead's on. It's going to go out the back. It misses Blair by a long way, and eventually over the boundary line, just metres from Wonthaggi's goals.
I know I want to get around the ground for Gippsland League, but I need to give you a first quarter score in the North Gippsland Football League, Cower versus TTU.
No way.
No.
First quarter, 20 goals 3, 123 to 1 point.
That can't be right.
Are you kidding?
I'm not lying to you.
20 goals and...
That's crazy.
Quickly
20
here.
goals 3
Tom
in
Long.
1 quarter.
Sorry, Tom Long just pushes it through for a minor score. We'll touch on that again in a moment. Paul Carter.
Holy moly.
12-point lead to Moe on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. It is 3-2-20 Moe. Wonthaggi now 1-2-8.
That game there has all the writings on the wall to be record-breaking. I don't think I've ever seen that. Tommy Long receives it out of full back and then got tackled. McGuinness shuffles a handball across. Quick kick around the body from Cornelius. Bending it back right to left. What a goal! And he says, I don't mind a little Zambrero action on a Saturday night either. Blake Cornelius with a goal of the day, contender.
Yeah, fantastic goal there by Cornelius, but I actually didn't see it because I was down writing scores here too, and I'm going to give you some quick Gippsland League scores while we can, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Morwell 3-1-19 to Maffra the same, 3-1-19 Sale, 2-2-14, Druin 6-2-38, Traralgon 2-1-13 to Lee and Gather 4-1-25, and Warrigal 4-4-28 to Bairnsdale 1-2-8. Over to you, Paul Carter.
It's now a 6-point game here at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Wonthaggi's goal takes them to 2-2-14, trailing Moe 3-2-20.
All right, ball back in the centre of Wonthaggi's home ground. And Wonthaggi have got a little bit of buoyancy about their game just at the moment, and they'll clear the centre square again towards the left half forward flank. Can they find a winner here? Just overrunning it on that occasion was Jai Williams. The ball cleared, the race on. The mud is right there, and getting taken in the mud too was Jaden Burns. Good work all round, and the umpire will take control of this right now.
Getting a free facial.
Yeah, exactly.
A mud bath. So ball up right in front of the Wonthaggi coaching staff. Prowse takes it out of the ruck. We're going to do this again. Margin is at 6 points. Breeze starts to pick up. I might be getting that little blankie out. Shown over the top. Nicely done. Lindsay's had a big game as well. His kick was partially smothered. Dropped down to the knees. Nicely done. Ferguson got it out. Little soccer off the ground. Maybe a soccer. Patterson had a couple of fresh heads. Going back in hard again was Ferguson. Does well. Now Van Dyke. Nicely done to his teammate in Scagliarini. Back to Van Dyke. Hits the umpire. And he's going to say, my ball. We'll ball it up. Sorry, boys.
So what, Brock Smith, I don't know what side of the bed he woke up to this morning. He hasn't had a few free kicks go his way, and now we had him in a bit of a scuffle there too with Ferguson.
So he goes back here, is Ferguson. Handballs to open space. Baldy goes at it, along with Bryce Joyce. Gets down low as Joyce. Back to Sean. Nicely smothered by Baldy. Chug is there with a strong tackle from Maslin. It's good footy on a Saturday afternoon, as you'd expect between the 1 and 2 ranked sides.
You're right, Scudman. It is good footy, but it's going to be tough footy. We're going to see the real inside players get on top today as well, and we'll see which side prevails.
All right, Prowse got the tap of Wonthaggi, read the ball beautifully, and from a standing start, the kick from Williams, just out the full, just by millimetres, around about the left half forward flank. So the player we spoke of just a moment ago in Brock Smith will get the resultant free kick with one of the Blair boys on the mark. That's Yak. So Brock Smith with the Wonthaggi forward 50 just behind him. Kicks to the wink and he finds a winner. He can't. Good strong mark taken in the end by Jaden Burns. So Burns on that left leg. Geez, it was neat, but it didn't find the target because Belfer cut it off and kicks towards Pepper. Pepper taken under the ball. Nicely done again by Burns. Gives ground, keeps possession.
Good kick, Reid.
And Kyle Reid finds a teammate in the centre of the ground.
And that teammate is Lindsay. Goes straight down the middle, bounces off the chest, but Pugh was good enough for it. He's got one over the top. It's Foon, and he takes the grab. Jackson Foon, slide angle, 40 metres. pocket. They fight. It gets over the back. Cheffers, a little soccer off the ground. He didn't mean it.
Oh,
and a diving effort.
Great work.
To get one hand on it, to rush it through for a minor score. And it sees now a 6-point margin in favour of the Lions. They quickly go short, and Williams has it in his defensive back pocket.
So Williams goes long, looking for Pugh, finds that player, left half-back flank, kick. Well, he's got Blair with room to move. Blair takes mark, plays on quickly, directs traffic up forward. He find McGuinness. No, he can't. Well, he did, but it went through the hands of McGuinness, and at ground level, Murray cleared the area, albeit momentarily. Can they keep the ball in? They can. Good work, Foon, around the body towards the corridor. Dropping what he should have taken was Tiziani. But a quick kick forward is an absolute beauty by Jack Blair, and Jack Blair will kick.
It was Tiziani to Blair.
Thank you. That's what I thought.
We're playing charades.
Oh, sorry. I called Jack Blair and it's Sharon Blair. Is that what you were trying to tell me?
Just keep up. For the love of God, Popplestone.
Sometimes you've just got to speak. So Jack Blair in front of goal.
Jack's got it now, yes.
I'm getting more confused by the bloke beside me than I am in front of me. Jack Blair, nicely done. Kicked his first. The Blair boys have got 3.
That was great play by the Power. And it started from the big 44, who was Jaden Burns, took the great mark here, but his instinct to get the ball forward to Jared Blair, who then got it on to Tiziani, who then got it on to Jack Blair, who kicked the goal.
Beautiful.
It was great work there by the Power.
And the scores are locked up at 4-4-28 apiece at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe Racing Club's scoreboard.
Oh, well, hang on. It was Pugh.
Okay.
It was Pugh.
Don't worry about it, Boxer. I confused Poppy more. I apologise.
Yeah, it's okay. We're allowed to do that sort of stuff.
It is great to have your company. Back to the middle they go. What a game of footy again. Tapped down this time by Foon. Socket off the out of mid-air was Bates. It didn't go anywhere. Prowse was there, nicely done by Cheffers to come off the line and stop in the mud, turn and kick it to half forward. A wrestle. There's a free kick. It's going to be paid to Prowse. Yes, it is. He got dragged down from Muratore. Open forward line. Good body work from Declan Kelty. Allowed Darcy to get some separation, but Kyle Reid with a big spoil. It stays in the field of play. Reid picks it up, thumps it out. Tiziani read this one better, and he's going to take the chest mark.
Oh, that's got to be.
You can hear by the crowd.
That's got to be.
A 50-metre penalty.
I'm with you guys.
Took the chest mark, paid 50. The man on the mark, there's no one there. They might give him another one. No, the umpire said Paul Gatpin stand 48.5 metres. Tiziani's got all the Moe numbers defence back there to look at. He wants someone to present. He's too far out to score, but there's lots of defenders
look at this.
there. He goes short.
The kick was terrible.
Jack Blair at his toes. He's going to shuffle it out. Ball now in dispute. Scagliarini's there. Gave it to Mullane. Handball smothered. Lindsay gives it back to Foon. 45 metres. Goes inside forward 50. Long and McGuinness do battle. And that has been a good one so far in this first half. Brilliant throw in.
It was brilliant play. I mean, Jack Blair had him cooked as well. And Tiziani's kick just didn't find the spot. But because the Moe side had it really clogged up. But at the same time, he's got to get the skills right to make it work.
Well, we talked about the Blair boys both being forward, but the dividends are paying off at the minute. They've kicked 3 of the sides for the Blair boys, 2 to Jared, 1 to Jack, and now the ball just metres out from Wonthaggi's goals, and both of those players just starting to hone in on another opportunity. But Moe at this stage, through Baldy, have cleared the area. Nicely done. And Paholke goes towards the wing. It's 3v1, but at ground level, importantly, is where the ball is. And it was nicely done by Dykstra to get towards Kelty. Kelty taken with a beautiful tackle. Stops the big fella in his tracks. And the umpire will get the ball back from Kelty. The Moresco tackle was a cracker. Moe into attack, right half forward flank. Prowse runs from metres away to contest the ruck, but shown, I thought, 1 out. The umpire will again take control.
Just a great contest as well. You can see Wonthaggi back themselves up too, because you've got Nathan Muraturo. He's on the biggest player on the ground, and they don't care about mismatches.
Schoen got the tap down, positioned his body beautifully. It was given up, though, taken by Sheffers, who handballs quickly. And now another handball from Masters, finds some room, but not for long. The unsteady ground is causing all sorts of problems, and it's a free kick Wonthaggi's way, right half-back flank. Scores locked away, 23 and a bit minutes gone, second quarter.
Yeah, they're throwing everything at him, other power. And the Lions, well, at the moment, they're not quite adjusting. However, it's 4-4-28 apiece. Scores are locked up at the moment. Bates gives it out wide to Jackson Glenn. His short little kick finds his teammate on the outer side as they start to go slow now. Thomas Glenn it is. On the far side of Wonthaggi's Rec Reserve. Gets called to play on, steps around Masters, who is on the mark. Drives it long and out of half forward. Paholke's gone back. Big fly. McGuinness can't complete the mark. He's had a half day fighting at ground level there. Was Baldy, and we'll have a stoppage now and a ball up.
He's presented well, he's contested well, but he just hasn't had an impact. He hasn't taken a strong mark, he hasn't kicked a goal, but he's contested well. If it turns, the fortunes of Wonthaggi will likely turn as well.
So quick handball across there from Patterson. Got it around to Tiziani. Good smother out there from Paholke. Boxer, do you think that Paholke plays this role of just go wherever you think you need to go? If you need to go to half-back or if you need to go forward, it's up to you?
Yeah, he's got a licence. There's definitely a licence there for him at the moment, and I think they need him in about 4 different positions because they're getting beaten in most of them.
Yeah, Prowse takes the ball from the boundary throw-in and then kicks towards the outer side of the ground. The umpire contemplated the mark to Wonthaggi and eventually calls play on. Kelty makes the most of that and kicks to Prowse, who puts those telescopic arms over the shoulders of a Wonthaggi defender but can't take the mark, and now at ground level the fight's on. Goes towards the outer side, nicely done. Baldy, was he taken high? He was. The free kick will go his way. He plays on quickly, knowing that half-time's starting to close in quickly also, but inside forward 50 he went looking for Darcy, couldn't find that player, and the defence, as you've pointed out today, Boxers, stood up nicely. On this occasion Muratore finds Maresco, and the ball will be tied up around about the half-back line.
You know, apart from Sim kicking that goal, their small forwards are really non-existent inside the Moe forward 50, so they're relying heavily on that big mark forward in regards to Darcy or Prowse to take that mark and hopefully kick a goal, but it's not working for them at the minute.
Nick Lucchino, all thanks to Metricon Homes. Ball up happens, there's no real clearance again. Of course, we've had a couple of Zambrero goals of the day contenders already. Blake Mullane's dribble in the first quarter and Harry Sims' snap in this second.
And the ball's going to hit the ground. We can see the conditions the way they are, and the ball away comes inside 50. They've just got to be on their toes a bit more, the Moe Smalls.
Prowse tapped it down. Mullane missed it. Handball forward. It goes over the top now to Glenn. They go backwards with a kick down the line and finding touch. Out of bounds on the full in the end. It wasn't, as Maresco was the kicker. So the free kick's going to go Moe's way. Trent Baldy has it. Touches for Trent Baldy today for Gippsland MG.
5 this quarter, a total of 10.
It's going okay. They certainly do like to run and carry this Moe side. The short little kick, Mullane gets down on his knees and takes a sliding chest mark. Now pops up and plays on. You're going to drive it into centre half forward. Coming back with a flight. Chambers, he had one hand out, nearly took the grab. Darcy gave it back to him. Wasn't expecting it, got driven into the ground. Umpire says my ball, and they don't like the attention that Maresco just gave Cheffers.
Marks this quarter is 15-3, Wonthaggi's way.
So stoppage inside. Shown over the top. Masters was there, tried to handle over his shoulder. Has to go and fight for it again. Does he drag it in? No, he doesn't, said the umpire. We'll ball it up.
And that's a difference too between Wonthaggi. They're prepared to use the small ball coming out, where Moe are trying to use the long ball coming in down the line. So Wonthaggi have taken real control of this game.
Well, half-time siren just moments away. 27 minutes gone, only 4 goals scored in their second quarter. Scores locked away at 4-4 apiece. And the ball just 30 metres from Moe's goals. They'd be desperate to get to the lead going into the main break, but they're going to have to do something special here. There's plenty of pedestrians around the ball. Quick kick from Schoen, clears the area, goes towards the centre of the ground. Nicely done, and the ball's going to be sent forward now, and it's going to be sent forward long. Can it find a teammate? Paholke to within metres. A quick kick from Darcy is a beauty. He gets his first of the afternoon and also gets the lead for Moe right on half-time.
I think the first time the instructions that were spoken to about a quarter time was get the ball inside that 30 area for Moe and they'll do the rest, and that's what Darcy just did then too. But it's taken a lot of effort for Moe to get that ball inside 50 for that reward, because the defensive pressure of Wonthaggi has been enormous this quarter. They'll be disappointed in the Power to give up that goal just in that red time. So hopefully they get the rebound back, but well done to Moe to keep persevering to get that goal.
Moe to a 6-point lead, 28-minute mark of the second quarter, 5-4-34 the Lions, leading Wonthaggi 4-4-28, Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Well, it took 10 minutes between goals there, and it came at an important time for the Lions. They go again, Baldy with Prowse down on all fours. Jacob Wood gets tackled, and we'll do it again. 28.5 minutes gone second quarter.
And it was that player too, Scott. It was Paholke that got the ball inside 50, so that spare parts man they rely on at the minute is doing whatever you can for this Moe Lions side.
Shown with a tap down. Clearance kick from Joyce out in front of Tiziani. Paholke will close. Tiziani grabs it. Paholke tackles him, rips the footy out, stands up. Brilliantly done. Gives it to Wood, a forward handball. Now to Gatpin. Running onto that there was Blair, as it nearly got in the hands of Paholke, and the Eels away.
He was gone. I don't know which Blair that is, but well done. I think that must be Jared. What an effort there, but too, because Paholke was gone. If he had that handball come over the top, he was away. He had plenty of paddock to run to. Stoppage,
29 minutes gone, second quarter. We're going to have another one. Big moments all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. You can dine under the dome. $25 pot and Palmer every Saturday night.
So Prowse gets the tap, gathers 3-4 metres, threatens a half-forward line before it's cut off, and now they go forward. They do it through Jackson Glenn. Just couldn't find the target, Nick. Could see another turnover. No, nicely done, because it was stolen by Ferguson. Again, they just can't get 3 or 4 clear possessions together, whereas Moe have just lifted the bar a bit as Jacob Wood on the outer side of the ground takes a mark, kicks with a pitching wedge inside forward 50. Ground level, they need the winner there. Cheffers is around the pack, but it's cleared beautifully by Thomas Glenn, and they'll just settle things down through Schoen, who again has got an option, and here we go. We've got some room from nothing. Bates inside forward 50. They just need a favourable bounce here, but can they keep the ball in, number one? They cannot. I reckon the boundary... Did I hear a whistle? No, the
netball
play on is the call. That's what it would be. Netball whistle. Wood put the head down. I thought take an eye. Umpire says no. Play on's the call. Spills out. Paholke comes in hard. Quick kick forward. Right on the arc of 50 by Tiziani. But again, standing tall is this Moe defence. Dykstra clears the area and does it beautifully. Kelty takes a mark outer side of the ground.
So Prowse has it.
Prowse
kicks it to the top of the 50. Working to the front spot there was Darcy. Couldn't complete the mark, although he's going to win the free kick. He's 60 metres out. He's going to wheel and go. Kelty's in the goal square on a presenting lead. 1 bite, 2 bites. No, couldn't get the third. Pepper says, I'll rove. And all of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, after all the good effort from the Power in the quarter, Moe get the last 3 goals of the quarter, and they're back out to the 12-point margin, which that's exactly what it was at quarter time.
And they've been exactly the same way they've kicked goals as the way they've brought the ball inside their 50. They've just allowed the ball to come in long and to a one-on-one contest too. And it was Kelty who was unlucky to have that free, the mark not pay, but they've had the small forwards in the right position, and they've got these last 2 in junk time as well. So the Power, all the work they've done, and they've actually undone themselves getting their ball inside 50. Moe have done what they're supposed to do when the ball comes in.
Moe, we've had 5 of the last 6 inside 50s to those 2 goals, and it's 6-4-40 to 4-4-28.
Schoen get the tap. Here we go. Centre break Wonthaggi's way. Nicely done by Joyce. Half forward flank. Only seconds to go. No, gee.
Have a shot, son.
Unbelievably, Tiziani from outside 50 was just about to play on and go short. Now he's going to have to find something special, almost impossible. And it will fall short, but only by a metre or 2. Nice leg, but it will fall short. So score is as it is.
Yeah, the 12-point margin that it was at quarter time, it hasn't changed at the half. The Power get the first 2, and then the Lions responded with the last 3, and more importantly, 27.5-minute mark of that second quarter. Darcy gets one, and then 31 minutes closing in on half-time. Pepper gets one, and the score sees Moe 6-4-40 leading the Wonthaggi Power 4-4-28. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. Halftime wrap coming up after the break. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local Irrigear member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe, plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League, visit Electel after the final sign.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 12. Coming in at number 1, Judd Burgill here from Mafra. He put on the Jets here and a great turn of foot, unloads from 50, gets a beautiful straight bounce and a great goal to open it up. Number 2, Luke Sheffers here from Moe. A fantastic crunching tackle to get that one. And then let's see what the chef cooks up here. He's right on the boundary line. And Sheffer absolutely nails it.
Have it. Sheffers goes, not bad by you, Scandred, better by me.
Number 3 here, Declan Kilty here from Moe. A fantastic goal this, but Miles Paholke puts it on goal. And then he just sticks out the boot and goes through the leg of the defender. Let's look at this on the replay. Oh, I reckon he's nutmegged him.
It's a sombrero goal of the day contender, if it's a goal. I don't know
confusion.
who kicked it. What's it? It's a goal.
Number 4, great team goal this from the boys from Warragul. Liam Sarong here, an interception in the middle of the ground, gives off the hand pass, but it's Jed Lamb here, goes over his head, sticks out the shoe, and it's all the way through. Number 5, Hugh Dunbar here just attacks the footy with ferocity, paddles it in front of him. Now he had to do the hard bit and get the goal all the way into the goal square. He thought he was going to run it over for a try. A great goal nonetheless.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local Irrigear member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe, plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League, visit Electel after the final siren.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 12. Coming in at number 1, Judd Burgill here from Mafra. He put on the Jets here and a great turn of foot, unloads from 50, gets a beautiful straight bounce and a great goal to open it up. Number 2, Luke Sheffers here from Moe. A fantastic crunching tackle to get that one. And then let's see what the chef cooks up here. He's right on the boundary line. And Sheffer absolutely nails it.
Have it. Sheffers goes, not bad by you, Scandrick, better by me.
Number 3 here, Declan Kilty here from Moe. A fantastic goal this, but Miles Paholke puts it on goal. And then he just sticks out the boot and goes through the leg of the defender. Let's look at this on the replay. Oh, I reckon he's nutmegged him.
It's a sombrero goal of the day contender, if it's a goal. I don't know
confusion.
who kicked it. What's it? It's a goal.
Number 4, great team goal this from the boys from Warragul. Liam Sarong here, an interception in the middle of the ground, gives off the hand pass, but it's Jed Lamb here, goes over his head, sticks out the shoe, and it's all the way through. Number 5, Hugh Dunbar here just attacks the footy with ferocity, paddles it in front of him. Now he had to do the hard bit and get the goal all the way into the goal square. He thought he was going to run it over for a try. A great goal nonetheless.
But Moe came back late to actually win the inside 50s, 14-12 for that quarter. Wonthaggi have the edge there, 27-26 at half-time. However, the big movement was in the clearances, where Wonthaggi had 18 clearances to 7 in the second quarter, and they lead that 28-16. They also lead centre clearances 8-4. With the battle of the ruckman, Jasper Schoen did well in the second quarter with 10 hit-outs to take his tally to 15. Chris Prowse still dominating, however. He is up to 27 hit-outs to half-time. Nick Prowse, 6. Josh Bates, the stat winner on the ground, 10 disposals again in the second quarter. He has 20 disposals to half-time. Aidan Lindsay's on 13. We have Kyle Reid on 10. And I did Aidan Lindsay there. For Moe, Trent Baldy, 7 in the second quarter, take his total up to 12. Nathan Scagliarini, a big second quarter of 10. He has 14 to the half-time mark.
All right, there are all the key stats. Of course, Gippsland Mowers, your local blokes who service what they sell with the Gippsland Mowers top range of Husqvarna mowers, blowers and chainsaws. Everything you need to keep your yard tidy. The only professional Husqvarna dealer in the whole of Gippsland. Head and see Hayden and the team today. Gippsland Mowers on Princess Drive in Morwell. Boxer Lachino, you've got some scores for us around the grounds around Gippsland.
I do, Scudman, and let's go to the Gippsland League first. It's Morwell 7-8-50. They're big leaders over Mafra, 3-3-21. So
You picked that, Scud. You picked that, Paul Carter.
Well, it's a big weekend for the footy club too, so they're probably playing on a little bit of motivation there by their past players, motivated by the play, probably the bloke that's not even there. So Daryl Cooling. Sale, 4-6-30. Druin, 12-6-78. Terrelgan, 7-5-47. They trail Leongatha, 11-5-71. Warragul, 7-8-50. They lead Bairnsdale, 6-5-41.
Oh, Bairnsdale have come back.
They have. In the Mid-Gippsland Football League, Bullara, 7-2-44. They trail Thorpedale, 11-3-69. Foster, 9 straight, 54 to Fish Creek, 47-31.
Told you they wouldn't be beaten.
Yep, more or less 5-4-34 in a close run against Darwin, 5-5-35. Newborough 5 straight, 30. Some really nice kicking there, but not helping Newborough. MDU 9-2-56. Tura 1-7-13. They are big trailers to Move North 9-7-61. In the North Gippsland Football League, we have Yallourn North 10-7-67. They lead Churchill 5-2-32. Gorbandale 7 straight 42 to Yarram 7-3-45. Glengarry 4-5-29. They trail Woodside 14-5-89. Hayfield 10-7-67 to Rosedale 4-3-27. And the Cower Watch, I'm not sure if this is right yet because the internet got turned off at Gower. Cower 28-7, 175 to TTU 1 point at half time.
Wow.
So there you go. There are the scores around the league.
Question. How long can that keep on going at TTU? I know it's only been...
They'll bounce back. They'll bounce back.
But when? How?
They've
got nothing below them.
Thirds are in a bit of strife as well. No thirds there.
Well, the netball's going very well. So we just got to make sure that we get behind clubs like TTU. They've been successful for a long time.
They'll bounce back as quick as they're having a tough season this year. That's everything we've got. Halftime wrap is done. We're going to get to a quick break. You are listening to Gippsland Live on Terra FM. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Yes, welcome back. And, of course, third quarter is underway. It was a quick halftime break. The clearance went Moe's way. They got it to the top of their 50. The margin is 12 points at the moment. A quick handball across now to the running, flying Darcy with a shot on goal. So getting things underway nice and quickly. Inside a minute, there was a point scored. Paul Carter.
Moe 6-5-41, leading by 13 points over Wonthaggi 4-4-28 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So Reid comes to the near side. Schoen is there, gathers it, gets a handball out wide. Just missed Williams. He's going to go back and fight for it with Woodall closing in the muddiest area of the ground. And we'll have a stoppage right in front of us. The umpire's not too keen to come in to grab the football.
Well, does the umpire take this ball out of this area?
Yeah, he would. You think, like...
Yes, he's encouraging.
Maybe.
Which
part?
He's going to throw it
he's running straight back in.
So he stands out of the mud and throws it back into the mud.
That's exactly what we spoke about before.
Want me to tell him?
We're going to, no, sit down. We've got a boundary throw in. And right in front of us, the margin is out to 13 points now. Third quarter, all thanks to McDonald's Gippsland. Don't Macca's walk, Macca's run to the new quarter pound of barbecue bacon. Prowse with the tap down, didn't go far. Bates picked it up out of the mud, gave a forward handball, just missed the target. Going to get it back is Bates. Good handball over the top. Lindsay will fight for it. Baldy does really well. He had Blair in front of him and then put a tackle on two power players to cause another stoppage.
Yeah, Scud, the Cower watch is still on here at the moment. 10 minutes into the third quarter, 34-7, 211 to 1 point.
So Prowse gets tapped down, ground level, nicely done by Lindsay. Can't get a clear passage through, but a quick kick from Bates goes inside, forward 50. McGuinness bounce off the chest. And that's what we were talking about at half-time. Just needs to do more with the opportunities he's got, holds the ball in.
And you know what, they take nothing away. I think the matchup with Tom Long has been a great one too. Yep. So it was well coached there by Paholke to find that match as well, because I think Tom Long is well on top at the moment.
He is. Prowse has front possession, gets the tap down, ground level. Bates applies the tackle. Coming through was Blair, tries to steal it. Nicely done. Gives it to the bro. The check side to the top of the square. Ground level. Taps out. Nicely done. McGuinness. Quick kick. I think he hit the right upright, did he? The right post. And it's a score of sorts, but we wanted a lot more from young McGuinness.
One behind each restores the half-time margin of 12 points in Moe's favour.
So Van Dyke, kicking duties. Going to go to the far side, as they've done for most of the afternoon. Goes long, Reed's in the front spot. Over the back was Kelty. And Baldy tries to gather it. Got driven into the ground. Play on, said the umpire. One hand over it there was Thomas Glenn. Now the umpire will ball it up true centre wing. Far side of the ground, 3 minutes into the third quarter. These are big moments of the game, all thanks to the Mall Bowling Club, down under the dome.
Just one thing I noticed at half-time too, an injury to Wonthaggi as well. Lockie Ferguson had a right calf taped up. He's on the bench and he wasn't walking too well either, so we might not see him for the rest of the afternoon, I think, Scud.
All right. Both sides have still got some key personnel out of this team. Socket off the ground for the clearance from Mullane. Goes to centre forward. One hand up went Chug. Pepper gathers it, turns into a true one-on-one. Paholke's forward. He looks for the free kick on Dickerson. Paholke can't keep it. And it goes over for hits the upright actually, so it'll be a boundary throw in.
Gee, I tell you what, Dickinson's had two big tasks today. He's had Darcy and now he's got Paholke when he's resting forward as well, and he's done beautifully each time the ball's come inside his defensive 50. So again, he's had a good afternoon.
So the ruckman in Prowse and Schoen.
I might give him one of these ones.
Moe's inside 50, tap down. Prowse was beautifully done to Sim, but he got wrapped up quickly by Lindsay. And then Pepper, well, the whistle went and Pepper had a shot on goal. It's going to be a ball up, so that's going to come back. And another dangerous moment now for the power defence. The Lions on attack mode in the moment. Prowse tries a party trick to kick over his head. Thump forward. Glenn was there. Got tackled quickly. He's got his arm pinned. That could be holding the footy. The umpire said no. And that was a good tackle by Sim.
He's been good and active. Even without the ball at the moment, you'll see him. He works really hard around these stoppages.
Shown over the top. Lands in the hands of Tiziani. Just dumps it out because he bounced inside the field of play. Yes, it does. So we'll have a boundary throw in now. 80 metres are out from goal.
Scud quickly around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland in the AFL. It's nearly over there, only a minute to go. The Dockers have got back on top over the Power, It's 15-12, 102 to Port Adelaide, 11-9-75.
Geez, I finally picked a winner. Unfortunately, Sydney and...
that was pretty hard, wasn't it?
Well, Sydney and St Kilda let me down. Ball thrown back into play.
Why would you take Geelong?
Sorry?
Why would you take Geelong?
Well, they've lost 5 out of their last 6. Anyway, that's a story for another time. Here we go. I guess I brought it up, though. The ball handballed forward out the side of the ground. Moe, here we go. Inside forward 50. Can they find a winner? Nicely done. Darcy got rid of his opponent. Couldn't take the ball. Stood up in the tackle. And now a handball over the top. Back to Darcy. Goes searching for Sim. He overrun it. Wonthaggi will get themselves out of trouble through Chug, who backs himself in with pace and then kicks 50 metres along the line.
Kick.
A beautiful kick to his teammate over the outer side of the ground. They play on quickly. There's a little bit of room to move here. Over the top. Blair. Now McGuinness picks up the ball. He fights hard to keep it in the area. A quick kick around the body. Sloppy, but it gathers valuable meterage. And now Blair comes in. It's a throw. It's a scoop. And umpire was right on scene to say free kick will go Moe's way.
It does at half-back. Forward handball there was from Cheffers. Gives it to Van Dyke. He little chip kicks over the top to Maslin. And now Maslin goes to centre-half forward. Declan Kelty has it. Takes the grab, gets called to play on. Right foot chiselling kick to the leading target, but in the front spot. Out there was Dickerson. He has to go back and get it now. He's in trouble. Paholke was there. And we'll have another ball up inside Moe's forward 50. They start to press and own a little bit of the territory game at the moment. The margin sits at 12 points for the Lions. Important next goal, you'd think, with the momentum of this game. Darcy out of the ruck. Taps it forward. Little soccer there. Nicely done. It was from Scagliarini. And right on cue, the big moment of the game, Nathan Scagliarini joins the party. And he gets his first of the afternoon to extend this Moe Lions lead.
They're now 7 goals, 5-47 the Lions, 18 points ahead of Wonthaggi, 4-5-29. That's McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 7-minute mark, third quarter.
It's the difference between both sides at the moment too, Scud. They've won the ball inside 50, but they're able to score. So their efficiency coming inside 50 for Moe has been enormous, especially the last 4 goals. They've scored every time they've come in. So the Power got to take a bit of a leaf out of their book there at the moment because they've had a lot of the play this quarter. They just haven't been able to sustain the ball inside their forward 50.
So centre of the ground here again. Nicely done by Shone to be competitive. Ground level. Good tackle too. Follows up his ruck work with some good tackling. Coach would be pleased with that. And umpire says, I'll ball this one up. But good work all round.
Tell you what, she's cold up here now. Like it's starting
your
to
big
get cold.
I noticed you got your Rocky blanket on.
Yeah, it's cool.
Good
I like
boy.
it. It's nice. But I see that Daryl's taking his gill blanket off too, so just quietly.
Ball spills forward towards the half-forward flank. Wonthaggi need a response. They need to stay in contact, and their hard work around that half-forward flank has been very, very good.
And I just don't think the scoreboard reflects the effort that Wonthaggi have put in.
Yeah, we were saying that earlier, Boxy. You're right too. But 3 goals in these sorts of conditions, 3 goals down when you've only scored 4 goals in more than a half footy, starts to become a bit of a task.
And this is where we've probably got to give a lot more credit to Moe because they've been able to score when the ball comes inside their forward 50. So they've been able to get on top and do very well inside their forward line. So, yeah, good work there to Moe at the moment.
So ball up, just forward to centre for the Power. Good tap by Prowse in the hands there of Baldy. Now he shuffles it forward. Shona's there, trying to work hard at ground level. Wrapped up in the tackle. Umpire says no opportunity, not going out. My ball. So another ball up. Margin now sits at 18 in this third quarter, all important one. Shown with a tap down, nicely done. Read out the back there from Mullane. Goes to half forward. Darcy in the one-on-one, good brute strength. Handballs beautifully to Jacob Wood from 55 to Miles Paholke on a lead. Good football. Started from Mullane from the stoppage, winning the clearance with a shot to come from Miles Paholke. The league's leading goal scorer so far after 12 rounds of football.
So this is for goal number 66 for the year. Do you think if he gets to 70, and let's say that's a big if, is he a chance? He's still got 5 games to go after this.
He's a chance.
6. He's a chance, isn't he?
For 30. No, I wouldn't think so. I don't think so. Miles Paholke comes in. He's looking for 2 this afternoon. More importantly, this game, as Paholke pushes it through the middle. Yeah. He likes it off the boot. It worked from right to left back nicely. And all of a sudden, They've kicked the last 5 goals, and they extend the margin out to a game-high 24 points.
Coach's nightmare for the opposition is when the ball comes inside 50, if the opposition score, they're doing better than you, aren't they? So every time they've come inside 50, Moe, their efficiency has been enormous. So you can't take that away from a quality side as Moe has. And they've just shown again, that they get inside, they're so dangerous, and they're getting really on top of this game now.
And as Darryl said, match high margin, 24 points, 10 minutes into the third quarter. Moe 8-5-53, leading Wonthaggi 4-5-29 at the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
All right, it's danger zone now for this Wonthaggi side in front of a home crowd. As shown, reaches over Prowse to get the tap forward, tries to find his teammate there in Patterson, but Patterson was taken to the ground pretty quickly.
I can tell you right now, for Paholke, they've got Druin, Morwell, Bairnsdale, Warrigal, Sale on the run home. He'll get 100.
Well, there's a bloke making a debut for Cowar today, and he's a chance of kicking 100 today.
That's a fair comment there, Popstar.
Back to the middle. Chug was there. A sweeping forward handball. Tiziani taps it down. Patterson grabbed it, instantly tackled. They are opposition, though, Boxer, and I'm not sure he's going to get to 70 by the end of today.
Yeah, but I don't think even if he doesn't get to 70, I think he's still got the chance to get to 100.
All right.
And I've been there before. I've done it a few times, as you know.
Moe not like the individual stats. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those he doesn't play.
Three-quarter time in the North Gippsland Football League, nearly, not quite, 39-7, 241 to 117.
Tiziani gives a handball across now to Patterson, puts it to the top of the square. Blair in the front spot, couldn't complete the mark. Have to become the tackle there, does Pugh. Ball still in dispute. There's Joyce, stands up, free kicks going Moe's way. Hasn't got the footy, and Tommy Long will take the free kick.
He's been good today, Tommy Long.
Last line is of his defence. Going to go to the outer side. The target out there will be Belfer. As coming in to help out there was Williams as well. We'll get a boundary throw in front of the netball court. We'll get you some scores from the netball as well as this game progresses. Margin sits at 24 in favour of Moe.
So this is where Wonthaggi just cannot let Moe work this ball out too easily, but at this stage they're going to do just that.
Wow.
They come inboard through the corridor. Can they find a way through? They can. The ball skips and finds Scagliarini, who goes inside forward 50. Darcy has ball. He has held. Pepper around the body. That ball's going to bounce up. And cannot find a teammate. Kelty tried to lay it down for the running Darcy, but it spilled over the behind line for another minor score, Paul Carter, for the away side.
8-6-54 Moe. They've got a 25-point lead over Wonthaggi. 4-5-29 McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
All right, the power to come back into play. There's plenty of options. We've got one short option, and that will be Cornelius, who takes the ball in defensive 50. Getpan on the mark. Cornelius goes long, 2-1 contest. Spills to ground, and Moe have got the numbers at ground level, one of which is Brock Smith. But nicely done. Wonthaggi's Pugh handball to a teammate, but it was too hot. And now it spills forward, and Schoen will take the mark. Prowse came to keep the pressure on Schoen. Schoen marks and kicks long, but his forwards had back to ball, and Brock Smith took the easiest of marks and goes back to within the corridor to find Belfer.
Yeah, he's got one on the outer side. It's Gatpin. Further out wide is Dykstra. It's going to sit out there. Dykstra will gather it. Close quickly was Chug. Grabbed him, threw him to ground. Gatpin's got a fight now. Chug becomes another tackler. And that 2 great tackles in a row. Play on, said the umpire. Good work from the Lions to keep it in, but good, strong tackling from Isaac Chug. We'll get a stoppage on the outer side. 14 minutes gone into the third quarter for McDonald's.
I just want to keep referring back to that Cowar game, but we've got one player before three-quarter time on 16 goals.
Who, which one?
Keenan Hughes.
Yeah, he's on fire. Tapped down nicely from Prowse. Read, though, better by Patterson. Over the top, Belfer was there. And Bates wrapped him up in a tackle. 25 points is the margin here in South Gippsland. Sun shining, but in the shadows, a little bit chilly.
A little bit.
Bates gives it across to the running Williams. Onto the right foot he goes. Here's McGuinness again. One hand, dropped the grab. Van Dyke was there and quickly wrapped up in a Blair tackle.
I just felt he met the ball at too much pace then too, Pop, didn't he? So he was sort of under it before he got to it. And again, that's the story of the afternoon for him.
It is, yeah. He needs to. Anyway, we've been saying it for a half. He's running out of time as Blair comes through. Pack gets taken high. Free kick. Possibly his third for the afternoon, Jared Blair. He's led the way for all of the day, but he can't do it by himself. He needs some support, although he's going to have a go at doing it by himself. He's got the chance to kick his third, the side's fifth, just to keep the hope alive as we hit the 15.5-minute mark of this third quarter. So they haven't kicked a goal since the 11-minute mark of the second quarter. He gets his third, and guess what? It was the same bloke that a quarter and a half ago kicked the last goal for this Wonthaggi side. He's got 3 of the afternoon, and he needs to get this side following his lead.
Yeah, and he has. He's been leading the front with his brother too in the forward line, but not enough help from his taller forwards either too, because obviously when we spoke about, and what we have spoken about a lot, is when the ball comes inside 50, just the inability to score when it comes inside and be able to defend that ball inside their forward 50. But they've been able to do it this time here, but they need a couple more quickly before three-quarter time.
Margin in Moe's favour is 19 points. We've played 16 minutes of the third quarter, and we have Moe 8-6-54, leading Wonthaggi 5-5-35.
So back to the middle, shown there, nicely done by Bates. Bates will kick around the body to half forward, looking for his teammate out here. Couldn't quite get it. He sockers it off the ground, does Jackson Glenn. Gets towards the top of the 50. Woodall goes back. Blair's there now. Woodall handles over the shoulder without looking. Now Glenn, little toe poke. Patterson tries to get it back to Tiziani. They run out of real estate. And a boundary throw-in in front of the big Wonthaggi Power. Grandstand, social rooms, canteen, Nick's favourite area.
Well, it is at the moment because I'm hungry.
8-6-54, the Lions. Wonthaggi 5-5-35.
Ball thrown back in. Can they go back-to-back with goals? They'll need to. They're threatening their forward 50 now, coming through nicely done. Bates edges it forward. Will find the boundary line. Probably won't be a bad result as McGuinness tries to keep the ball into play, but he cannot. So boundary throw in, 20 metres out from Wonthaggi's goals now. They trail by 19 points. So it's doable, but there's a fairly high hurdle in front of him in this Moe side. Prowse gets hand to ball, can't take it. Blair taken without. McGuinness taken low.
Free kick.
Or not.
Another one.
Free kick's going to go the way of Blair again.
Yeah, yep.
So he's kicked one in the first, the second and the third. Got the opportunity to bring up his fourth of the side's 6. And guess what? His bro's got one as well. So between the two, they've kicked, or have the opportunity to kick 5 of the side's 6.
It'll be 1 mark and 3 free kicks.
Is that right?
Would be, yeah. First one he got was from a mark.
So Jared Blair on a 45-degree angle, maybe better than that, and 25 metres out. A renowned goal kicker, a quality player, and off the boot, a beautiful finish. Jared Blair take a bow as Wonthaggi start to raise the eyebrows about what might happen in the closing 10 minutes of this third quarter.
Wonthaggi have been very renowned to do these comeback efforts as well throughout the whole year, haven't they, Scud? So it's really game on right now for Moe. They've got to make sure they can stop this bit of effort here now from the Power, both by Blair at the minute, but they get the ball inside 50 and they're actually capitalising at the moment. So great to see here by the Power.
And there's a 13-point lead to Moe now at the 18-minute mark of the third quarter. They're 8-6-54, leading Wonthaggi 6-5-41. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
You want some blanket?
I don't want a blanket.
A little bit of blanket. Yeah, he's a bit cold up
As
here.
we'd expect, it's 1v2. Back to the middle they go. Foon taps it down. Joyce was there, head over the footy. On that occasion was Dykstra.
I might need a tissue as well because my old nose is starting to dribble as well.
So's your mouth.
Yes.
Oh, there's no need for that.
That's been going on for the last 12 years here on Gippsland Live. Special comments, all thanks to Metricon Homes. Nick Lacino dribbling on Saturday afternoons. Another stoppage in the middle.
That's true.
Crowd just starting to get back into this game. They've got the last 2 goals of Power. Tap by Prowse was good. Baldy was there, wrapped up straight away. Umpire will do it again. We've had 3 in succession in the middle of the ground. An arm wrestle at the moment. They still lead though. It's 13 points a Lions. Shoved out the way. Prowse will tap it down. Dykstra's there. Shuffles it forward. And they said holding the footy. So a free kick to Jackson
here we go.
Boone. In the middle. They're going to reverse this.
Yep.
He was trying to get the footy back, and the free kick's going to go the way of Luke Cheffers against Isaac Chugg. He wants the runner. He turns and looks. No one to run at the moment. Paholke's
That's a Devon
got
left.
5 on him at the moment.
Soft as butter, that is.
Out wide he goes to Masters for the Lions. Looks up. Darcy's in a one-on-one. He's going to go to the pocket. Coming back across the front. Nicely done by the youngster. And that was Jaden Burns to double-fisted across in front of the big power forwards coming out on a strong lead in Darcy. Boundary throw in. Inside forward 50 for the Lions. It's a 13-point margin.
If an umpire ever got sucked in, he got sucked in right then too for that free kick.
But I mean, Chugg gave him the opportunity. He gave him the opportunity to be sucked in, and he shouldn't have. They had possession. They're coming into the game. They can't afford for Moe to build on this lead before the three-quarter time break. Moe desperately want to do just that, and they get to within 20 metres of their goal. Pepper, who can be dangerous around the goals. He can be dangerous anywhere, but especially around the goals. He fights hard. Can he keep the ball in? At this stage, they can, though.
You know what we'll see? Chugg's a proud player. He'll know that he's done the wrong thing. You'll see something special from him across half-back. I'm tipping, I was going to say bounces out across the outer wing, but that's not going to happen on this deck. But some run and attack, run and carry and handball.
Don't say never with Chugg.
Ball thrown back in. Nicely done. Darcy takes the ball out of the ruck work. He bounces off Chugg's chest on that occasion, and the ball at the moment hotly contested 20 metres out directly in front of Moe's goals. 21 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. Wonthaggi, the home side, 6-5-41, trailing Moe 8-6-54.
A dangerous spot out the back. Here he is. Kick around the body from body. Loves it off the boot. He celebrated before it even went through, and he knew straight away that it was going through. It's a Zambrero goal of the day contender to Trent Baldy. He gets his first of the afternoon.
Just tough over the ball, wasn't he, Baldy? And just, again, sheer determination. And again, one thing that Chugg will be ruined, definitely at three-quarter time, to say, guys, I'll let you down, giving away a free kick. That's cost them a goal right now. They had themselves in the position to get right into this game, and now they're going to give themselves a 3-goal deficit before three-quarter time.
Margin back to 19 points. We're at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter. Moe 9-6-60, leading Wonthaggi 6-5-41 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
All right, it's going to be shown be Prowse in the centre of this Wonthaggi ground. Centre break crucial. They all are, but right now, more crucial for this Wonthaggi side. Prowse finds Cheffers. Cheffers taken ball and all. Baldy dispossessed. Wonthaggi the chance to go forward. The handball didn't quite hit. Geez, I thought a free kick behind play. Was it played for? Must have been. Nicely done. Shown. Kicks from the arc of 50 to within 35 or 40. And standing under the ball and taking a really good, courageous mark was Miles Paholke. Who else? Kicks long, looking for Prowse. He was taken out of it. Jeffers took the mark. Doesn't matter. Advantage play. 1 minute behind play. Something's happened. Something's happened behind play as Moe were just about to go forward.
They've got a block in that context too, Poppy, in the original context.
Okay, so that was against Prowse, who stands on the mark.
The umpire
now they go
away.
forward. McGuinness, he's going to go over his head again. Just hasn't been his day today. Paholke taken off the ball by McGuinness. Paholke didn't like it. Free kick down the field against McGuinness. Will go Moe's way.
So Paholke's thrown himself behind the ball too, boys. Just the last few minutes, just to get a little bit of stability for the Lions side while they've got this bit of a lead.
Maslin goes short to Cheffers. 23 and three-quarter minutes gone in the third quarter. Cheffers down the line looking for Prowse. Can't find him. As Shone got a hand up, found the boundary line on the outer side.
He's been very competitive, Shone, today.
Yep.
Really liked what I've seen of him.
Good young kid. They've got a couple of good ones too down here in South Gippsland for the Wonthaggi side.
I'm pretty sure we saw him do this last year as well, Shone, well.
He's still under 18s. He played in the Interleague Carnival not so long ago. I think was named Gippsland's best player there for the Interleague in the under 18. So this time though, Moe get it forward. Mullane's kick doesn't go too far. A little handball nicely done from Sim to the running Scagliarini. Took on a tackler of Chugg, and the umpire said it'll be my ball, top of the 50. And a ball up line, start to press again. Been 3-2 in the quarter. The Lions have extended the lead from half-time. It was 12 out to 19. Lindsay read it from the stoppage to Muratore. Twisting and turning in a little bit of traffic. Right foot kick to the wing. Checked his kick at the end. Nicely done. Don't know how he saw Jack Blair out there. He was going the other direction. As Jack Blair kicks it down the line to brother Jared. He's got 2 to beat. In the end, couldn't do so as Miles Paholke takes the intercept mark across half-back. And the Mr. Fix-It, wherever they need help, that's where he goes.
So Paholke goes along the line and long, thumps forward, front of the pack. Who's going to be doing the hard work? Nicely done, dispossessed, they go forward. The power, could they be run down? They can't. Nice kick from Blair. That's Jack. Finds teammate Williams inside forward 50. Desperately need a winner right here. Great tackle. Wow, umpires called that one as no opportunity to...
Yeah,
wait a minute, free kick.
That has to be either mouthing off or something. There was nothing else.
I actually thought it was going to be against Blair because Blair wasn't disappointed about not getting the free kick. And it is to Blair, so it's against Paholke.
So there must have been some sort of words that were spoken, but I don't know why they would have spoke to him. Meanwhile, Blair's got another. That's 5 for the afternoon for Jared Blair, and they get the margin back to 13 points, closing in on three-quarter time.
And again, like we just don't understand, and we probably, I'll find out a little bit more at three-quarter time, but the free kick was quite there. Like it was, actually there was no free kick. He thought there was a free kick. So they're playing the game right now, Wonthaggi, in regards to getting this game as close as what it has, because Moe would let themselves down just with their disposal coming out of their defensive 50.
And as Darryl said, the 13-point lead. We're at the 26-minute mark of the third quarter. 7-5-47 Wonthaggi, trailing Moe 9-6-60.
Blair's kicked all 3 goals for the Power in the quarter.
So let's see if he can make it number 4. Prowse gets the second tap away from the centre break again. Cheffers comes in, adds support, nicely done. They get themselves out of trouble, do this Moe side. A quick kick by Long, gathers 5 or so metres. Sim hits ball and body hard. Good work by him. But good work all out because, as you may have heard in the background...
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's some good work to keep that ball as a stalemate. 55 metres from Moe's goals. Shane comes in late. Nicely done. A quick kick from the pack. Nicely done again from Moe. Sheffers inside forward 50. Wonthaggi standing tall through Muratore at the moment. He's quite content to see the ball over the boundary line. 40 metres, maybe 35 metres from Moe's goals.
They're going to give a free kick here. I think they're going to play throwing the ball on Muratore. And I'm not sure he had his back to him.
So Pepper, who can kick them from anywhere, his right hip is touching the boundary fence and he's on the wrong side for a right footer. But guess what? He's capable of kicking it because that's what he does.
Back-to-back Zambrero goals.
So Pepper, from a standing start, now it's going to go across the face of goals, and geez, Wood thought about taking a special mark that we saw him do a handful of years ago.
Mark of the decade.
Yeah, one of the great marks.
9-7-61 Moe. They have a 14-point lead over Wonthaggi, 7-5-47. 28 minutes played third quarter.
Reed comes to the near side. Target is Jackson Foona Williams and spoiling his Makepeace. And the Moe supporters give a clap for the effort from Jared Makepeace. So boundary throw in. Closing in on three-quarter time. 28 minutes have ticked over. Don't Macca's walk, Macca's run to the new quarter-pounder barbecue bacon. That is only at McDonald's, Gippsland. And 14 points the margin. Front spot is shown. Nicely done, Bates to Shone to Williams. Handball chain over the top to Joyce. Back to Williams. Closing quickly was Scagliarini to get it over for a boundary throw-in. Well done from the Lions. They stopped the run. Nick Lacino, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, around the grounds.
Yes, the quick one there. Cower Seniors, 43-8-266 to TTU 128. 5 minutes to go in the last quarter.
Okay, we're into the last at least. Here's Chug at ground level fighting with Cheffers and Belfer. Ball up.
So we've got some interested listeners all over Gippsland at the moment. My two mates, Hogs and Moose, who are listening from Sale. Two of the great lawn bowlers in Gippsland are listening intently as Bowie go forward again, and Kelty presents beautifully 45 metres out directly in front.
It's a massive kick in the scheme of things right now,
I'm
especially before three-quarter time.
It is too, yeah, and Kelty's capable of kicking this from 45 metres out.
29 minutes too. This is big moments of the game thanks to the Moore Bowling Club.
So Kelty will kick right on 50 in actual fact. A bit of a studded run-up, but off the boot. Distance isn't a problem, and either is accuracy, and he's pretty happy with it, as is the relatively small Moe crowd that's made the effort to get to Wonthaggi today, but that extends the lead crucially on the cusp of three-quarter time.
They've always been able to respond to Moe, and they've done it again now, right before three-quarter time, just when they needed it too. So those kicks are pretty hard in these conditions too, Pop, because you don't know where to find your right feet as well, because you don't know the ground underneath before you take a kick like that too. So that was a great effort. He kicked that from about 50 out and to carry the goal line too. So well done to Kelty and the Moe side.
20-point lead to Moe right on three-quarter time. It's 10-7 to 67, leading Wonthaggi 7-5-47.
The Lions have kicked 6 goals in red time throughout this game so far. They've kicked 10 for the game, 6 of them all in red zone. And they go again. Here's Prowse, gets it backwards to Paholke. Goes forward to Scagliarini, kick around the body, centre half forward it goes. Out the back, Sims on his own. Prowse was in the front spot, coming the other direction. Nicely done from Moresco. And now it's the top of the 50. Late in the quarter goals, Boxer, they hurt you, don't they?
They do, and they'll be ruining this now. Tristan Francis will be sort of pulling his hair out, whatever he's got left of it at the moment, because they're right in the position here to be right in this game before three-quarter time.
Paholke fights, couldn't get it. Shane was there. Put ball to boot, goes to the middle of the ground. Blair runs onto it, tried to get ball to boot quickly, missed it. Little soccer off the ground from Jack Blair. Makepeace comes the other direction, ran into a brick wall, got a handball away. Williams was there. And umpire was quick on the whistle and said, my ball. So 10-6-66, 7-5-47. Williams and Cheffers take a little time to detangle themselves. Prowse with a big tap. Out the back there is Moresco. He got picked off by Mullane. Mullane will lower the eyes and go towards Darcy. Front spot, Darcy's there. It lands in his hands. Well, that's luck's a fortune. And they've banged another goal in red time. And I think the siren has sounded. Has it? Did I hear a siren? Another goal for the Lions. Paul Carter.
11-7-73. Match high lead of 26 points to Moe over Wonthaggi, who are 7-5-47.
No siren yet, Scudman. You are a little bit. It's okay. They're just ringing in your ears, buddy. That's what comes with age. So, yeah, look, footy's a cruel game. And that was cruel then for the Wonthaggi defence. They did all the right things. It's just the ball landed in the opposition's hands. So it was a great finish there by Darcy.
So here we go. As Scuds quite correctly pointed out, red time goals
7 now
have knocked the wind out of Wonthaggi's sails. Prowse gets tapped forward, gathers valuable meterage. I tell you what, there's a bit of aggression starting to creep into this game, and vigour and frustration from both sides. 4 goals the margin, not impossible, but it's a pretty big mountain for Wonthaggi to climb. Again, it's a spillage of players are around the ball.
It's a bit flat at the moment, isn't it? We're closing on three-quarter time. We're all waiting for the siren. 33 minutes, Pop.
Yeah, it is too. So,
free kick.
Free kick goes Moe's way. Is that Sheffers again?
Yep.
I reckon it is. He's sort of come into the game and he's from 55 will kick to the top of the square, and got a couple of tall targets there, and guess what?
Wow.
One of them is Prowse.
They don't get any shorter.
No, you're right. And he takes the easiest of marks. Well, for him, Nick Prowse, who stood quite literally head and shoulders above those around him, takes the mark 10 metres out, almost directly in front.
There's some big moments, all right. The Moore Bowling Club, they've kicked the last 3 goals from the 30-minute mark. If they kick this, of course, we're going to travel 34 in the quarter, but they could kick 3 goals in that period.
So Nick Prowse directly in front goes bang. Wow, geez, almost game over. The knife's in, and a twist is imminent because Moe have been sensational in the dying minutes.
This one I can't work out either. I don't see how many minutes in stoppage time we would have had during the quarter, and all of a sudden we're playing 34 minutes and look like we're going to be going home early, and looks like we're going to be going home at 6 o'clock tonight, because our score people have just fallen asleep.
I can tell you, Chris Prowse has had 25 hit-outs this quarter. There's been a lot of stoppages. That could be what's done it.
Yeah, you're right too. That would be the only reasoning.
We've got 12-7-79, Moe leading Wonthaggi 7-5-47.
Okay, so Moe are a point short on the scoreboard, are they?
Yeah.
So 10 different goal scorers for the Lions, and we've ticked over 34 and a half minutes out of the middle. Bates gives it across now to Blair. He's got a runner in Williams. The forward one's okay there to Cornelius. Right foot kick, can't be long to go. Into the pocket, Makepeace shins it. There's Cheffers again. Handballs over the top to Belfer. Blair will close. Belfer kicks to the wing. It's in a tough spot, and Kelty just glided over the top of the mud and now drives it to Pepper in a one-on-one with Muratore. A good spoil. They spoil each other in the end of the power, and Pepper will see it go over for a boundary throw-in. Slow to get up. Back here is Jaden Burns, putting his body on the line for the team. They trail at the moment, though, by 32 points. Three-quarter time, not far away. 35 and a half minutes, if you don't mind. Another boundary throw-in. Top of the 50 for the Lions. Kelty stops, props, Reed drives him into the ground. Umpire says my ball. We're going to get to 36.
I think we'll get to 38. Lucky you're not playing Cower today, then. They would have kicked. They would have kicked 60. Jeez.
So top of the 50. Prowse with another tap down. Ripped off the footy there was Mullane. Play on, said the umpire. 36 minutes now, tick over. 12-6-78, the Lions. Wonthaggi are 7-5-47. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM.
Seriously, can someone go and see if they're all right, though? Like, maybe it might be a well-being check.
Okay.
To make sure they're okay.
You can do that for Metricon Homes.
Chris Prowse thumps the ball forward. Pepper provides the tackle and lifts one hand up to...
I'll have a look in the scoreboard to see if we've got movement. I can see a hand moving.
That's hand saying, please help.
Help.
Prowse, quick kick to within metres of goals. Nicely done. Wonthaggi's defence.
Oh.
Now, tackle. It's going to be
Hello.
a great tackle by Kelty, which will result in another opportunity for yet another goal. So from nowhere, Moe have got the opportunity to kick their 7th goal this quarter.
We've had 9 in total for the quarter.
So all of a sudden, when we're asking where is this extra time coming from, possibly 9 goals and plenty of stoppages.
37 minutes now, Popper's ticked over.
This has to be a record for the year. 37 minutes.
Finally.
They didn't know where the switch was.
So Declan Kelty will have the opportunity from 45, probably 48 metres he'll kick it from, directly in front. Well, distance won't be an issue, and he's usually a pretty good finisher. Nice steady build-up. I tell you what, I reckon distance could be the problem. No, accuracy is. Hits the right post. A final score in the final second of the third quarter.
So it's 12 goals, 880, and they are leading Wonthaggi 7-5-47. 37 minutes the quarter went for, and what a quarter it was. And we've had 8 goals for the Lions kicked in red time, if you can believe that. Unbelievable. The Lions are in total control at three-quarter time. It's Gippsland Live. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local Irrigear member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League. Visit Electel after the final sign.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
Yes, three-quarter time. And what a big third quarter it was for the Lions. 6 goals to 3 in the quarter. A 12-point margin extended out to 33 points at three-quarter time. 12-8-80, Moe, to Wonthaggi 7-5-47. There's 10 different goal scorers for the Lions. Multiples to Riley Darcy and Miles Paholke. And then singles to Pepper, Sim, Kelty, Blake Mullane, Trent Baldy, Alec Dykstra, Nathan Scagliarini and Nick Prowse. While for the Power, well, it was all Jared Blair. They only kicked 3 for the quarter, and he kicked all 3 of them. He's got 5 for the game. Blake Cornelius is the other goal scorer there with their brother Jack Blair, and here's Paul Carter with the key stats thanks to Gippsland MG.
Well, Moe did win the inside 50, 12-6 that quarter. However, the clearances once again went Wonthaggi's way, 18-10. They lead the clearances 46-26 at this stage, and they lead, this is the Power, lead the centre clearances 12-8. The ruckman, as I said, Chris Prowse had 29 hit-outs in that quarter. Total of 56 for the match.
Unbelievable.
Jasper Schoen had 8 as well. He's doing a good job. Josh Bates, 29 disposals, another 9 that quarter. He's gone 10-10-9 the 3 quarters. Aidan Lindsay on 16, 12 Kyle Reid, 11 Isaac Chugg. For Moe, Blake Mullane's on 13, 19 to Nathan Scagliarini, Alex Dykstra 12, and 15 to Trent Baldy.
All right, thank you very much, Paul Carter. All thanks to Gippsland MG. Nick Licino has joined us. Getting quite chilly out there now, and the South Gippsland sun is starting to drop down. Paul, Nick, what did you find for us?
Yeah, I found that it's cold. Absolutely freezing down there as well. But look, he wasn't too concerned about that quarter in regards to allowing Moe to get an easy goal coming inside 50, but he really has put the onus back on the players to say, the opportunity is there for us to win this game. We had it there for a little while, but we've allowed the easy goals to seep through. So he's given the open game to Cooper McGuinness. He's put the onus back on him to say you haven't had a big game, and you've said that all afternoon too, Poppy.
Yep.
This is the chance where they're going to give him the open space to make sure the ball comes inside to give him that one-on-one chance.
Well, final quarter not too far away. It's about to start. Here's Rob Popplestone on TRFM.
Prowse gets first tap. It doesn't go too far before the umpire assumes control once more. So for Moe, they've kicked 3 in the first, 3 in the second, and 6 in the third. As Prowse thumps the ball back, Chugg falls at centre-half back and is taken to the ground. As umpire again will ball that up, centre-half forward, Moe. Whereas Wonthaggi have kicked 1 goal in the first, 3 in the second, and 3 in the third. So that third quarter, Moe really opened them up. Prowse gets another tap. Umpire considered a free kick. Cheffers kicked the ball over his head whilst on his back. You had to see it to believe it. Nicely done. Thomas Glenn kicks towards the outer side, where Scott Pugh is led to the ball, but both he and his direct opponent in Brock Smith are beaten to the ball by the boundary line, which is sits. Well, the boundary line sits all around the ground, obviously, but where that ball is, sits just below the scoreboard.
Oh, pop star.
Oh, thank good for that.
Boundary throw in, true centre wing from the boundary line, believe it or not. And Lindsay's there.
We're sure.
There's Tiziani, goes backwards to Bates, out wide now to Joyce. His right foot kick goes high, top of the 50. The target is Jackson Foon. Good work by Jaron Makepeace. Grabbed it and then took on the tackler. Well, it is, but the umpire said no. They go and fight again to the Power. Jack Blair on all fours. Schoen is there. He goes back to Tiziani. Right foot kick, open space. Here's McGuinness. One bounce. Does it pop up for him? No, it doesn't. Brock Smith is there. Gives a handball to Van Dyke. And he does an outside check side. Standing underneath it with Scagliarini. As the Power close. And we've got a stoppage now, half forward flank.
Now, considering that we had an hour for 3 in the third quarter of the game, this could be the last quarter game. I don't know what it is for the Gippsland League. But anyway, we'll say it's 3-quarter time. Morwell, 10-9-69. They lead Maffra 7-11-53. Sale, 8-7-55 to Druin, 17-10-112. Let you keep going.
All right, Pepper in the middle of the ground for the Lions. They roll and go. Inside 50. Kelty's got a couple of metres on his opponent. Muratore closed, slipped over, had the footy, in trouble, no. Benefit of the doubt.
Tell you what, Muratore, he's a big unit when you get down to ground level. He's got a bit of size about him as well.
Give us a Leongatha score, please.
Leongatha, 11-7-73 Traralgon to Leongatha 12-5-77. And Warrigal 10-11-71 to Bairnsdale 9-10-64.
So ball in Moe's forward 50 now. Kelty again provides a target, but he's taken to the ground in a nice little tackle by, is it Montefiore again?
Muratori.
Montefiore Hill is a hill in Adelaide that goes alongside the Adelaide Oval, and obviously nothing to do with this game whatsoever.
That's okay. It was a good out. It was a good out. You done well.
Thank you. Jeez, as the day goes on, things get worse for the old Pop. There we go. Nicely done. Shown over the top. He attempted to find his teammate in Bates. Ground level now. Sheffers has been good. A handball over the top to no one in particular, and that's who he found.
Look, it'd be a sad day if we didn't learn something new each day.
Yeah.
Just got some A-grade netball scores quickly. Moe have defeated Wonthaggi here 74-38. Jordan Pyle with our Gippsland Live Player of the Day. I'll get to some others later on after this game concludes here.
Shown, front of the pack. Nicely done by Baldy, left foot kick. Read it beautifully out of the shown tap from the boundary throw in, one behind.
First score of the quarter takes Moe to a 34-point lead on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 12-9-81 to 7-5-47.
So out of full back, Muratori looking for Bates, spoiled by Van Dyke, lands in the hands of Darcy, back to Van Dyke, 48 metres, shot on goal, not going to make the distance. Reid will try and spoil it through, and he does. Pepper said, I got steamrolled. That's a minor score.
Moe 12-10-82 now, margin 35 points, 7-5-47 Wonthaggi, also on Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
So Muratori again. Will it come to the near side? McGuinness will be the target. He'll fly unopposed, can't complete the mark. Williams is there, gives a handball across to his runner. And that is Pugh. His little chip kick, nicely done to Blair. And takes the grab. He got called to play on, so he got rid of the footy. Then he kicked it off the ground. Mullane's there. He goes backwards to his teammate in Paholke. He arches the back, gets around the would-be tackler in Scotty Pugh, drives it a half forward, and taking the grab is a Maresco for the Power at half back. They trail, though, by 35 points. They're going to take all the risk, and they do that through the middle of the ground where Bates has it.
Oh, play on was the call, so I'm not sure what the play on was for. Bates isn't happy with the call either, but that was the call he got dealt.
Looked pretty clean, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. So the umpire will ball this one up, almost in the centre of the Wonthaggi oval. Nicely done by Prowse, who just stood and delivered while Shone jumped as high as he could. Ball goes to Chug. Chug, a handball over the top, the 1-2. Well, it was 1.5, and that wasn't enough for Shug to break the pack. He gets tackled to the ground.
I'll give you some around the scores. Around the ground scores to... thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland. Your Lawn North, 17-13-115. They lead Churchill 8-7-55. Gormandale 13-3-81. They trail Yarram 13-9-87. Coward did hit the 50-goal mark, ladies and gentlemen. 51-10, 316 to TTU 22-14.
Good kicking, 51-10.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Woodside 24-9, 153 defeated Glengarry 5-11-41, and Hayfield defeated Rosedale 17-10, 112 to 6-3-39.
And can you just check up how many Keenan Hughes ended up?
Yeah, I will.
with?
I'll just double check that. I think it was
16 at
19.
one
I think it was
stage.
19.
19
yeah,
goals?
I think.
19.
Pretty poor
18,
effort not to make
18.
20.
18.
Prowse back here
Not
at
good
South
enough.
Gippsland. Tapped it over the head. Mullane got it to Maslin. Maslin chips it inside forward 50. Darcy, good body work. Soccer off the ground. Back there. Oh, Glenn had it. Gave it to Chug. He had to pick it up off the deck, and now Chug gets it to the wing area. Trying to work to the front was Cornelius. Couldn't mark it. Shoved out of the way. And Pugh gave away the free kick to Miles Paholke. No, Paholke said I was backpedaling. Well, it's not even his free kick, is it? So maybe that's what he was arguing at. Brock Smith is the recipient. He's on centre wing, kicks a high one. Just inside the forward 50. It's a shallow entry. Might get to the back. Scagliarini's there. Does it sit for him? Near the boundary now. He's going to twist back around, looking to get back onto the right foot. Goes inside. And Balfour has a chesty and then has a second bite at it.
It's class football.
Yep.
It is class footy.
Team footy as well.
Yeah, it is, and it was a great setup there too. He could have blazed away, and he just, he just steadied the body up and looked for his best option inside. And this is what a lot of the commentators are talking about now in the AFL too. It's not about who kicks the goals; it's the way you set your goals up inside 50. And I love the fact that they want to do that. Selfish clubs will look at just try and kick in the goal, and the individual players as well, but team efforts like this is what they talk about with winning flags.
So Balfour now, shot on goal and has hooked it. Minor score. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard this weekend. Get only 10% off your purchase price in gift cards. You spent $500 on selected products.
Moe now 12-11-83, 36 points ahead of Wonthaggi with 7-5-47.
Ball brought back into play. Left back pocket. Wonthaggi with the ball through Maresco. He's not sure. He stops and props and considers a couple of options before he chooses to go to Burns, who finds himself in much the same dilemma, but goes straight down the centre of the ground. A quick kick off the ground gathers valuable meterage by Patterson, but can it find a teammate? It cannot.
Free kick, surely.
Free kick will go the way of Brock Smith,
holding the man,
who just a moment ago found himself in a very similar position. And will send the ball forward inside forward 50, hoping that one of the tools can take the mark. Here's the one, Kelty. Yeah, here it is. You could see that coming a mile off, couldn't you? So Kelty, so beautifully. He's a hard man to get over when he's in the front of the pack. Stands at about 6'4", 6'5", maybe even taller.
It's a great luxury to have, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Having Darcy, Kilty,
Pepper.
Then you got Pepper. Then you put Paholke down there as well.
Yeah.
You throw a Prowse in there, you get a bit of a mismatch too. So you've got both Prouses that can throw forward. So I think all of a sudden Kilty can go back if they need him to go back. So a good position to be in for the Lions.
So Kelty, who had a shot for goal after the three-quarter time siren and hit the right goalpost, will kick from a similar distance out, and this time it'll fall short possibly, and does, and then spill over for the same result, which is a behind Paul Coder.
Fourth one for the quarter, taking Moe to 12-12-84, leading Wonthaggi 7-5-47 on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
So the Lions have been fantastic today. Challenged early, challenged through the game, but they've stood up when the big moments count, all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club, and haven't really had an answer to the power. Both sides have got players out now. Miles Paholke takes an intercept mark, and certainly both clubs have got key personnel out. So it's not their best sides, and both sides will certainly play finals footy. It's 1v2 at the moment as Paholke goes to the pocket. Pepper's lurking, looking for that Zambrero goal that a contender.
Hey, do the goal umpires confirm with the scoreboard after each quarter?
They should be.
Because if they've scored 4
it was correct. They corrected it at three-quarter time, and they've missed one since.
Again, okay, thank you.
Understandably, the cold has set in. Darcy on his all fours got the tap out there. Now Chug, he did a don't argue on Darcy, so his left foot kick goes around the body. Tries to take off a little bit. Prowse taps it nicely to Paholke, and Paholke puts it to open space. And it lands on the deck out there. First one out there was Dickinson for the power. Ripped down in the tackle. Umpire will ball it up.
Might go to show why we went to 38 minutes in that third quarter. If they're missing points, they might be missing time. Hey?
Yeah, they could be.
Well, I think you'll find. I think you'll find that there's a scoreboard attendant here and the timekeeper's on the other side of the ground.
Oh, okay.
So two different duties. Paholke from the stoppage kicks to the top of the square. Prowse gets worked underneath it. Ball now in dispute. Handball forward there from Dickinson. Got one over the shoulder. And he'll have the free kick top of the square. Margin sits at 37 now in favour of the Lions. We've had 4 points this quarter. That's all we've had. No goals to score of so far. Dickinson gets up a little bit prop. He goes short to Reed, and Reed's kick as Cheffers dives, tries to get a hand on it. Joyce gives it to Chug. Chug steps around Smith, and then left foot kick towards Jackson Foon, who slides down and disappears in the mud. Over the boundary line he goes. Boundary throw in. Here's Rob Popplestone on TRFM. You're listening to Gippsland Live.
All right, Shone v. Prowse in front of our commentary position, as you heard. 11 3/4 minutes gone, final quarter. The result in the already in the bank, you'd think. Prowse, big tap, 10, 15 metres for the umpire, you think will take control and will.
Can this ground recover from potential final series,
I was just thinking the same thing, Scott. I don't know whether they keep the players off the ground now for a couple of weeks, because this wing side here, commentary side, is absolutely bog-hole.
Yeah, I think what it does is it probably eliminates them out of the final series, which aren't too far away, I believe. Have they been announced, or they're
No, I haven't seen it
not
yet.
too far away, you'd think, from the Gippsland League? Kelty got up high, can't get it there. Wood gave it to Sim, and Sim quickly gave it to Scagliarini. His kick was smothered, though. Cornelius is back there. He goes back by hand to Muratore. Back pocket for the power across the goals. He's got Glenn on the outer side. And that's Thomas. Gathers it, kicks to Jack Blair, finds him. Woodall fell over, so Jack Blair decided to play on quickly. Right foot kick to open space. He says to Patterson, go and get it. Top of the 50. Gatpin closed and tackled, and
good job.
Patterson wasn't going anywhere. And that's exactly what you need to do as a Moe defender. You just hold them up, wait for the troops, reset, and go again.
Just love how they closed them down too, Scud. They prepared to put that tackle on, but they worked their butts off to get back to make sure that they got the cavalry to arrive.
37 points is the margin, and that's good work from the defence at this late stage.
So the margin, as you heard, is 6 goals?
Yep.
6 goals difference between first and second on the second team's home ground, and without your very best player and possibly the best player in the competition.
Yeah.
In Harms.
Yep.
So all of a sudden, Moe have made a statement after the disappointment of a loss a fortnight ago.
I thought you were talking about Crocker.
Oh, yes.
Well, he's got to come back too.
Yeah. So there's a couple there, isn't there?
The Power's got a few out as well. Mobilia's out. Jacob Thomas is out, of course.
Bray.
Shannon Bray's out. So they've got some targets and some key personnel out as well.
And it's really stood out today if they've gone inside forward 50, haven't they? They just haven't. The winners, when you've got a small forward like Blair kicking 5, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you need a key forward to be on your scoreboard.
You know what the positive for me out of Moe, the whole thing at the moment, I don't want to put a moz on him too, is the fact that they've got a healthy Kilty. Over the years we've seen him get injured and carry injuries through to the finals, and at the moment he's playing some of his best footy and injury-free.
Well, it's a good run at the moment. A couple of chain of handballs lands in the hands of Maslin. He kicks to open space. Wood's going to come flying in on the side and put a strong tackle on.
Whoops.
And the Power up to a good tackle by Pepper, holding the man. No, Reed had it, gave it away.
I don't know what he was watching that time, the umpire. I think maybe he's watched because he wants to go home. But anyway.
Reed goes back towards Dickerson, and Dickerson kicks to the outer side. He's got Glenn Thomas. And he'll stroll out of his defensive 50. Looks up. No one really presents, so he decided to put it on the top of Williams' head. Good body work. Handballs over the top to Jack Blair. On centre wing. Drives to half forward. Picked off by Jaron Makepeace of the Lions. And again, in a similar spot, they transverse the footy, and the Lions stand up in defence. Goes back to Paholke.
And I think Scud pointed out before, the good thing about Moe is there's been 9 goal scorers. So half the side have been on the scoreboard.
Darryl's all up and about now too, listeners, because the Morwell Tigers have got over the top of Maffra. The game that Maffra could not afford to lose as well. They've gone down by 10 points, 76 to Morwell, 66 to Maffra.
And Traralgon might be the one celebrating.
Yeah, they might be, and if they beat Leongatha, I think their finals is all tied up as well. So things are changing by the minute in the Gippsland League at the moment. As again, Wonthaggi go forward, a tumble punt forward, more in hope than any method, but McGuinness gets on the end of it. He's tackled ball and all, can't get rid of it. And just 25 metres from Wonthaggi's goals, there'll be a ball up.
They may have been inspired probably too by the stalwarts that have come back for their 30-year reunion.
Yes.
They've played above themselves, outside the skin, they say sometimes, don't they? Oh, you look there, mate. You look a little bit cold there. Oh, mate.
It's fresh on the balcony here at South Gippsland.
Well, they're building us a new media room in here. Look at the size of it.
Yeah, it's a good social function room. They got 2 now. As back to the live action. Little tap there, nicely done. Prowse to Paholke. Left foot kick goes high. Dykstra stands underneath it. Scagliarini's there. Free kick's going to go the Power way in Jasper Shone. And he gives a quick slick handball off to Bates. He goes short to McGuinness. Takes a chest mark and a long searching lead. Too far out to score though. Just hasn't been Cooper's day this afternoon, but he's presented, competed really hard. He hasn't given up at all. Just sometimes that happens as a forward. The kick goes to the top of the square. Kelty goes back. Foon tried to compete at least to bring the ball to ground. And Maslin said, I'm happy to see this go over for a boundary throw-in.
You're right though, Scud, too. As a forward, sometimes you can really drop your head and not worry about it anymore and not lead and present. He's been presenting all afternoon. It's just the Moe defence has been fantastic. And something's about his reading it as well. Like, I think he's just his timing of his leads and the way the ball's come inside 50 for him hasn't worked out too well. Chugging on the spot here with Poppy.
It's very cold. There we go. Moe find themselves deep in defensive 50, but equal to the task. Pepper releases Belfer to Wood. Wood under pressure. Nice little release to Scagliarini. Now back to Sim, who draws the player. Goes in book, and he finds a teammate. He can't. Good pressure. Belfer was under pressure. Stolen in the end by Joyce, who handballs over the top. And eventually Baldy just goes bang and clears to Darcy, who can play on quickly because Scagliarini says kick it over the top, Riley. He does just that. Will he find that player?
Yep.
He does nicely. Good play all round. Nice level head under pressure by a handful of the Moe players. Will put the icing on the cake of what has been a pretty good performance. They were challenged at various times throughout the day, but as the challenge was thrown down to them, they rose to and are rising to even greater heights.
It was just a great team goal, Poppy.
It was
well
all
called,
round.
mate. Yep, all
Couldn't
round.
have said it any better. Exactly right. A great team goal. Scagliarini will become the 10th goal scorer for Moe in just a moment, and there it is.
No,
Or will
it's not.
it?
Well, you are the kiss of death. You are seriously becoming one of those people.
I could tell you now that there was no way Cowboy were going to get beaten today.
12-13-85, Moe, 38-point lead over Wonthaggi, 7-5-47 on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
Technically, Poppy, you were correct anyway, because they've already got 10 goal scorers, Moe.
Oh, have they
And
really?
Scagliarini has already kicked a goal.
Oh, really? I haven't even got him marked down.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
So we're going to stoppage 60 metres from home. This Lions side. We haven't a goal kicked in this final quarter, so we're just about to tick into 20 minutes, and hopefully this quarter might only go, 21, 22 minutes. The run from Williams was good. A high kick towards half forward. 2-on-1, favours the Lions. Kelty's there. Nicely done, though, by Brock Smith to help out. He'll end up getting on the end of this. He had a fumble. Ball's still in dispute now. Kelty said, I'll pick it up. I'll give it to Gatpin, and little Gatpin's chip. Looking for Baldy, spoiled by Bates, who has been good for the Power, one of the best on for Wonthaggi for the Gippsland MG.
Actually, who would be the best on today?
For Moe, it's tough. I think Cheffers has been good.
I think Cheffers is probably
the
one.
Good, hasn't he?
Prowse has been very good.
Yeah.
I think Mullane has been good. Also, Paholke, I know he hasn't kicked a big bag. He's had two, but...
Can I just go a little bit of an unsung hero too? I think Makepeace has been strong down back. Just through he hasn't got a lot of possessions, but his opponent hasn't got the ball either.
And I mean, you've got to look at that. Tommy Long's had a good game on Cooper McGuinness. He's probably had the one role that the coach said, you're on McGuinness.
And Paholke,
and he's
played that, the parts man all afternoon too. So
I think Paholke's been really good, actually. I think depending on where he goes, he just calls that. And it'd be good to have a chat to him if he is our player of the day. Williams, meanwhile, goes backwards. They chip it around. Tiziani chips over the top to Bates. Not 15, play on, said the umpire. And the right foot kick goes out wide. It's hard to talk in cold conditions. I'll give it to Gatpin. I'm shivering away here. Here's Dykstra, gathers it from the stoppage and he kicks it. They slip over at forward line. Muratore tries the one-hand pick up. Pretty good in the end. Chug was there, had a fumble. Closing was Baldy. Swooped on it, Sim. Kick was smothered. Ball still under pressure there for the Power defence. And the Lions will never give up. 21 minutes have gone and they're still pressing it and they lead by 38 points.
Yes, you can become very introverted in these sort of conditions. So
Introvert.
It's
a euphemism, isn't it?
What's disappeared?
Something's gone.
Yeah.
It's unexplainable.
It's certainly not your nose.
That's right.
Well, yeah, that's pretty hard to do, I suppose.
Blair has it in front of the social room. He goes inboard. He's looking for good solid hit. Good contest in the middle. Couple of little fumbles by Joyce. Handballs over the top. Here's Muratore. Head over it. Van Dyke hit him high. Free kick to Nathan Muratore. Great name.
It is too. Muratore goes to his right.
Oh, this is a good one too.
Yeah.
Tiziani.
He'll get the ball on their second attempt.
No. You guys have given them the kiss of death, the whole lot of them. You've wrecked their names, and then they just couldn't get anything done with the ball.
Special comments by Nick Lucchino, known as the Button.
The Button. Can you give the book? Can you give that?
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, give that
took a bit of time, but
Paul Carter. Don't forget that.
Thank you,
Poppy was taking that.
Quick kick from the outer side wing threatens the forward 50 of Wonthaggi, but they've stood tall all day. And Kelty, who looks as though he's been given the role in defence now after being so good at forward for most of the day, just thumps the ball towards the outer side where the umpire will take control. Left half-back flank for Moe.
With the moisture in the ground and the sun shining, it's a good day for some mushrooms to grow, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
yes.
Some little champignons.
Yes.
Actually, it is a champignon at the moment. I'll give you the tip. It's a bit challenging.
Yeah. I'll put it this way, even when it wasn't cold, I got a photo today that...
I can't believe you did that. Like, there are some serious issues going on between your ears, mate. I'll give you the tip.
Closing in on the final siren, as you can understand, it's been a cold afternoon, even though the sun's been shining. We've been up in the shade here. It's Moe 12-12-84. They've been very good today. 7-5-47 the power. Siren not too far away. We haven't had a goal kicked in this final quarter after having, what do we have, 9 in fact in the third quarter. Are we going to get one late? The Lions get a free kick at the top of the 50 through Prowse.
Well, he may kick one from here. Scuddy's too far out for me.
All right.
But he has a chance to get it off. I think Darcy's a big chance here, wherever he is. There he is in the goal square.
So Prowse, too far out to score, says Boxer. He agrees. He kicks it towards Darcy. He's got a couple to beat. Ground level there.
Sim.
Swooped on it. Sim. He's going to run and draw the handball. Scagliarini gets the first of the final quarter. And the Lions extend it again. The game high. 44-point margin in this big clash. 1v2. And the top side have stood tall again.
We want to say congratulations to Skaggs to getting the first goal this last quarter, but really, did you have to? You know, like this is another time on in this quarter as well. But no, they needed to. They've been persevering. I don't know how the inside 50s are for this last quarter, but they've had a majority of their play in their forward half, the Moe Lions, and they needed just eventually to score to put this game right beyond reach of the Wonthaggi Power.
Well, the inside 50s are 13-7 Moe's way, and the margin now, as Darryl said, 44 points at the 24-minute mark of the final quarter.
So back to the middle they go. Baldy with the clearance, kicks it to half forward. Can they get it 2 in a minute? Out the back, handball, nicely done. That time was from Maresco, gave it to Blair. Blair's got now Jared, received a handball from Williams. High kick to half forward, gets over the back of the pack. And here's Paholke, chip kick in the middle of the ground, looking for Mullane, couldn't find him. Chug's there, handball to Bates, back to Chug. And Chug for the power, goes inside, but Declan Kelty takes the intercept mark for the Lions. Inside defensive 50, 25 minutes gone, the final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. And the third quarter was the big moment of the game, thanks to the Mall Bowling Club, where the Lions kicked 6. And they blew this game apart. 12 points it was at half-time, 33 points at three-quarter time. And with that only goal now and a few points, it's out to 44, closing in on the final siren. 25 and a half minutes gone. We've got all the scores from around Gippsland coming up in our post-game, our Gippsland Live Player of the Day, and, of course, the Zambrero goal of the day as well. We'll chat on that. These boys are got to get back to the valley. They'll be leaving nice and early.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
I do got to leave.
Well,
just had a message from the guys back in the studio. They're keen to stay all afternoon, all night. We have to. Tap down for the Lions, not going anywhere. Another stoppage on the outer side. So ball up. Nick Lucino's here for Metricon Homes this afternoon, giving you $60,000 to upgrade your new designer home.
Brilliant sponsors. Brilliant sponsors.
Prowse with a tap down. Mullane got a handball out. There's Cheffers fighting for it. Play on to the umpire. Handball out the back. Chug's got to arch the back and give a handball back to Blair. Blair goes forward by hand to Patterson. Now to Maresco from 55. Maresco puts it to the goal line. It's 2-on-1 and Miles Paholke takes the grab for the Lions. So Paholke checks his kick, switches it to find Long. And Long looks up. Surely at the 26 and three-quarter minute mark with 1 goal scored. The siren can't be too far away. It's the Lions 13-12-90 leading Wonthaggi 7-5-47.
All right, here we go. So the Lions through Tom Long in the left-back pocket. They'll change direction. They haven't done this too much today at all that I can recall.
As you said earlier, probably because of these ground conditions.
Yeah, you're right too, as they go through Paholke to Kelty. And, geez, Kelty's just in the last few weeks starting to get better and better. And I know he's always been good, but those hands are really starting to stick for him. Coming through, nicely done. Some good work there by the defence of Wonthaggi go towards Chug, right half, forward flank, draws player, gets taken over the boundary line, boundary throw in.
So margin 44. Oh, certainly with the sun down in the shadows.
Sundown.
It's fresh. The two ruckmen will do battle. Schoen and Prowse. Prowse has probably won this battle this afternoon. He's been a good player for Gippsland MG. Schoen was there, gives it to Bates. Bates goes to the pocket. Leading target is Pugh. Sliding down, can't complete it. And they celebrate the little wins to the Lions. Paholke goes to Makepeace, who's had a good game, and gives him the high five, helps him up and says, job well done. As the Lions look to be back on track after a couple of tough weekends.
I reckon Keenan Hughes, going back to Cower, I think he's in his 90s now for his 100.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, I think he's in his 90s now. So there you go.
All right, Boxer will get some scores for us. He'll have those all ready. He might not be reading them out, but he'll have them all ready for us.
Absolutely, I will.
Very good. 28 minutes gone, 28 and a half minutes gone, final quarter. Grabbed out of the ruck by Prowse, stolen by Blair, and Jared Blair's got 6.
Wow.
He's clearly Wonthaggi's best player for Gippsland MG. 6 goals this afternoon in a losing side.
Well, let me ask you this. Is he our best player on the ground?
Well, we've never done that, Poppy.
No.
Never, ever done that.
Well,
There's
especially
always time. There's always
especially when the
time.
margins like that, I agree.
Yeah.
But when you've kicked 6 of your side's 8, it's a pretty outstanding effort.
I think you're right.
I have to be Lee Paholke when I do that. Hey?
It's a 38-point lead now to Moe at the 29-minute mark of the final quarter. Moe are 13-13-91, leading Wonthaggi 8-5-53.
That was a good steal as well out of the ruck contest. We're going to go back to the middle. I can't believe this quarter's gone 29 and a half minutes, Paul Carter.
Couldn't believe the
No,
last one.
it's certainly not the same.
Hey.
The siren sounds. It's a big victory for the Lions. 13-12-90 over the top of the Wonthaggi Power on their home deck. 8-5-53. The travelling Lions are back and they sit comfortable atop of the Gippsland League ladder. We're going to get to a quick break and wrap things up here from South Gippsland. Get all the scores for you around Gippsland. You've been listening to Gippsland Live. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local Irrigear member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League, visit Electel after the final sign.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 12. Coming in at number 1, Judd Burgill here from Mafra. He put on the Jets here and a great turn of foot, unloads from 50, gets a beautiful straight bounce and a great goal to open it up. Number 2, Luke Sheffers here from Moe. A fantastic crunching tackle to get that one. And then let's see what the chef cooks up here. He's right on the boundary line. And Sheffer absolutely nails it.
Have it. Sheffers goes, not bad by you, Scandred, better by me.
Number 3 here, Declan Kilty here from Moe. A fantastic goal this, but Miles Paholke puts it on goal, and then he just sticks out the boot and goes through the leg of the defender. Let's look at this on the replay. Oh, I reckon he's nutmegged him.